is a woman according to Islam?
Yeah. What is a woman according to Islam?
It's a female gender.
Okay, I'm asking, what differentiates a child from a woman, a girl from a woman in Islam?
Puberty, mainly puberty.
Okay, what do you consider puberty?
Puberty is when you've crossed from childhood into adolescence.
Okay, what are the signs of puberty? I guess is the question, right? What are the signs of puberty?
What are
according to
signs
Islam?
of puberty?
Yeah.
Menstruation.
Okay. Anything else?
Um, of course, hair in certain places. Intellectual understandings and
In,
reasoning.
So what does that mean? What does intellectual understanding and reasoning mean? What does that mean?
Maturity.
I.e., what?
Intellectual maturity.
Yeah. What does that indicate? How do you indicate if someone is intellectually mature?
How do you indicate?
Yeah.
That's a good question. How do you indicate whether someone is intellectually an adult? Basically, is what you're trying to ask.
Yeah. Right. So what makes someone a woman in Islam? Right. Of course. So now we got that she's bled,
Knowledge.
right? So
Knowledge.
she's had her menstrues. Knowledge of what?
Knowledge.
So how far does that knowledge have to stretch? Right. Knowledge of what?
Well, I can't give you an exact measurement.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking
So
for.
would you say that a 12-year-old can be a woman in Islam?
Well, it depends on what climate you're talking and what environment you're referring to. Because a 12-year-old here in the West,
Yeah.
based on their intellect, is less probable than maybe somebody which they're in hotter climates, i.e. the Middle East,
Okay.
or in Africa.
All right. So a
So
12-year-old.
it varies from place to place.
Yeah. So a 12-year-old in Africa could be a woman. So you said the main thing is puberty. The main thing is that she
I wouldn't
bleeds
say the
now.
main thing. I would say one of the criteria is puberty. Yeah.
All right. And you said the other one is this intellectual, kind of, but you can't really describe to me exactly what this intellectual thing
I
is.
can describe, but I can't measure. I can't give you a measurement. I can describe.
Okay. So if she knows how to cook and clean and she knows a couple of surahs of the Quran, is this intellectually mature?
No.
All right. So what
Because
other?
children know how to do that.
Okay, exactly. So what other standard would she have to meet? I'm just trying to figure out here, right? What other standards would she have to meet?
She has to make decisions as a woman.
I.e., give me an example of a decision. That's even a better base. What's the decision that she would have to make as a woman?
I wouldn't base it off one decision. It's just the whole behavior and every decision that she makes and
Okay.
calculation.
So the answer is there really is no definition of woman according to Islam. It's up to every man's discretion exactly what a woman is, because you can't give me an answer.
No, it's up to the specific characteristics of that female.
Yeah,
it's
you
not up
you
to
can't.
the man's discretion.
Yeah, my point is it's up to her father, right? Her father's gonna decide when. So
No, it's up to the characteristics of that specific.
yeah, but the
female.
problem is you can't describe those characteristics, i.e. they're subjective. I
just
asking
described it for you.
No, you just said she's able to make
described it.
decisions. I asked you what decisions. You said you can't give me a decision. So what? Make decisions
about
what?
Okay, I'll elaborate.
Okay.
Decisions upon a household, decisions upon her own well-being, decisions upon her decisions on just life.
A household, i.e., what, like she can what we're gonna eat for dinner. Upon her well-being, I'm not gonna jump off of a bridge. Like, do you see what I'm saying? How you kind of giving me very, very vague answers that don't really give me an answer?
Well, you can elaborate on the questions and maybe we can get
Okay.
some sort of common ground.
Okay, no problem. So when you say decisions about a household, give me an example of one of those decisions about a household.
How to run a household.
I.e., what to eat for dinner, like
How to bear children, how to grow
Okay.
children.
All right, so how to bed children, so they need to be able to babysit.
babysit. When a woman has a child, she's not babysitting.
I'm
is she?
saying, but that's the equivalent, right? You need to be able to take care of children. You need to be able to babysit. Take care of your kids.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I've given enough details. Like,
All right. So yeah, a
what is your
12-year-old,
claim?
yeah, a 12-year-old in the West can do everything that you've described.
No, she can't.
Well, what can't she do that you've described?
Majority of 12-year-olds haven't hit puberty in the West.
Yeah, they have.
Well, I'm not an expert, but I don't believe so.
Okay, so give me an example of the things you've given me, right?
They haven't menstruated. Having a daughter myself,
yeah, my point.
of
Yeah,
an older age, so I have a bit of understanding about this.
okay, no
so
problem.
it's a bit later on than 12.
The average in America right now is 11, but I'll give it to you. You know, maybe you do have these cases where it doesn't happen early. Let's say it does. Let's say they menstruated 12. They can take care of kids, and they can make decisions not to harm themselves. Is that an adult?
Yes.
So you can marry that. Consummate the marriage.
If that's your take, then that's your take.
According to Islam, would it be haram?
According to Islam, we don't put an age limit on what a woman is.
I know. That's why I'm asking you about characteristics. I'm not asking you about her age. I'm saying characteristics.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. God bless.
But that's unheard of in the West, because women don't mature at that age in the West.
Yeah, I mean, according to Islam, they would be, right? I mean,
I don't know of a 12-year-old that in the West that is a woman.
Yeah,
I've never seen one.
Yeah, hence is the issue. Come across one. Hence is the issue, right? Give me a character, like, of all the characteristics you've given me, I know 12-year-olds that can. There are plenty of 12-year-olds who know how to take care of children. There are plenty of 12-year-olds who can make decisions not to harm themselves. There are plenty of 12-year-olds.
Are you telling me there's plenty of children that have passed puberty, that can bear children, that can look after the household and has an adult mentality? Is that what you're saying?
But see, then you start using vague terms again, like adult mentality. That's vague. What does that mean?
You know, 12-year-olds. I'm
asking. My question is, what is a woman? Because once you give me actual distinguishers, right? We go over your distinguishers, they meet them, and then you add something in called adult mentality. What does adult mentality mean?
You don't understand what adult mentality means.
According to Islam, what does adult? I want to figure out when it comes to Sharia, if a man were to marry a 12-year-old and he goes to Sharia court, he goes to an Islamic court, what would be the requirements that will place upon him to say whether he is doing something haram or whether he is doing something correct? What would be the indicators they would use in that Sharia court? What would they say to this man to say he is wrong for doing this? Is my question to you. It's not, of course, I can give you my definition of adult mentality. My definition doesn't matter in Islam. I'm asking, when this man goes to Sharia court and this man says, this is my wife, how will they question him to determine whether this is a rightful marriage or whether this is not okay for him to do? What will be the questions they would ask him, and what will be the requirements they will put upon this girl, this woman, whatever you want to call her, to see whether she is capable of marriage or not? That's my question to you. It's not my opinion.
Well, they wouldn't be talking generally like we're talking. They would be talking specifically. So they would take into account
and that's what I want.
The individual, and they would look at the individual case. They wouldn't be talking generally the way we are.
No, there has to be a ruling though. There has to be a Sharia. It has to be a fiqh.
I told you the ruling. Yeah, I told you the rulings.
Okay, God bless, man. You're not helping me. And this is the issue, right? You can never get a straight answer. It's never a straight. It's what would be the ruling? I mean, they would give you the ruling. They would be around. They would give you the ruling. I guess sometime you'll get the ruling from somewhere. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Ignorance at its best. No, I just want a straight answer. If you ask me, if a grown man went into a church with a 12-year-old, what would they say? They would say, "Get the F out." It wouldn't be, "I'm going to take it by this specific." Ruling here, and maybe if we figure out exactly what she's doing over there, we can go over here and we can. No, bro, no one's doing this. It's going to be a quick, swift discussion. This is not happening under no circumstances. This is a child. We ain't even got to discuss it no further. All right. I want to know, what is a woman according to Islam? That's my question. What is a woman according to Islam? What is it? What is it? No, we don't go by age, but age is a good indicator. Age is step one. Age is definitely step one. If somebody walk in and say, I'm married to, precisely, Big Dex, and this is why we asked you, well, give me the characteristics. You gave me the characteristics. You gave me the characteristics. The characteristics match up with a 12-year-old. And then when you see that the characteristics match up with a 12-year-old, you just add in now this adult mentality. You add in this thing where you just say, well, they have to have an adult mentality. What does adult mentality mean? I don't know, and you don't know either because you can't describe it. You just say you know what adult mentality means. What does that have to do with Sharia? They're going to go to a Sharia court, and they're going to say, you know what adult mentality means. Does she have an adult? Is that going to be the questioning? And if that is the questioning, that's a huge problem. Because then, of course, this horny little man is just going to say, yeah, she has an adult mentality. You don't have a straight answer to a question. You don't have a singular straight answer. Zero. Because if you were to give me the straight answer according to Islam, you know how it would go out and it wouldn't be great. You know how it would turn out and it would not be amazing if you give me the straight answer according to Islam. The straight answer according to Islam is what you said first. She bled. That's the straight answer according to Islam. God bless. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, brother?
Doing good.
Morning.
Morning.
Can I answer your question right here?
Sure.
Oh yeah. What defines a woman? And then just a real short answer. This is consensus across Islam, not going by school of thought or what have you. It's a person that's of age for marriage, which is it can be any age basically. If you want to go specifics, then it goes into each school of thought.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, so we know all four Sunni schools of thought, right? All four Sunni schools of thought is gonna put that. Well, take that back. 2 out of 4 Sunni schools of thought is gonna put an age at 9. The other 2 are gonna put the age at 9 and then put an exception in there and says no. But if she's 7 and she can withstand penetration, it's perfectly fine.
There you go. I was gonna say that. It's not of age. People say age. That's the thing they say now in modern contemporary. What do you call apologetics? But like classic traditional Islam, it's and then like you said, depending on the school. But by and large, it's if the woman or the girl, woman, she can handle the man's, genitals basically.
Phallus.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right, brother.
Yeah. And this is the answer. This is the true answer. And last time I did this live was on my main account, so it's a little better. But last time I did this live, I actually, shockingly, and I can't wait. That's my next video to edit. I can't wait to start getting some of those clips on YouTube. It was very shocking how many Muslims came up and was honest. They were very honest. Ask them if a 12-year-old bleed, can you penetrate it? Yep, sure can. So I had probably 20 Muslims that day. Probably 15 of them was like, yeah, perfectly fine, no issues. It was very shocking. Normally, they lie. But that day, for whatever reason, they were very open and honest.
But what you think about it though, brother? Like you got it where some people say age, some people say maturity, some people say puberty, some people say character. But is that what the scriptures, is that what the scholars say? Is that what Muhammad said? He didn't say that. So you see how they trying to you know what I'm saying? What's the word here? I don't say water down, but they trying to make it more, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. They try to water it down.
You can digest it.
They try to make it fit for Kafirs, the Kafir society they live in. All right. You cannot make that which fits in Islam fit in the society of the Kafir because the Kafir is not indoctrinated. So then you just have to start lying, right? The Kafir is not indoctrinated to just believe Islam is what it is, and if Islam say it is true. So then you have to water it down so the Kafir doesn't kick you out and make you go live somewhere else. You got to water it down to make it sound better. Oh, well, adult mentality. What does that mean? It means she's 9. They can't say that. If you do, the world is going to see what Islam really is. But if you go to a Muslim country, they give you a straight answer. Here, they can't give you a straight answer. Like it's a video. By my brother Travis Lee, he got a video on his page where it's this guy. He's on, I think the news. I believe it's in Lebanon, and it's a woman in Lebanon, and she's trying to kind of talk him off the ledge of saying you can marry children, right? Trying to kind of halfway talk him off the ledge. And the man's a sheikh. He pretty much tells the woman, like, do you believe in Islam or not? This is what Islam teaches. Why are we even talking about this? Like, yes, you can marry. You can marry. Like, what are we talking about? This is Islam. Do you believe it? He literally asked her, do you believe in Islam or not? Like, stop arguing about, yes, we can marry kids. Either you believe in Islam or you don't. We can marry kids. It is what it is. Like, stop. We're not arguing about this. There's no argument. It's really wild.
Brother, you on point.
That's the truth, man.
You on point. You know, the traditional classic Islam is you're to believe, you don't question, you don't ask why. Even if there's an ayah in the Qur'an, it says don't ask.
Yeah.
Basically, don't ask any questions. It's like, it is what it is. You just take it. You run with it.
Yes. It's just like when Sneeko went and saw that sheikh and he said he was having problems with some hadiths. That man said, oh, Muhammad married a 9-year-old. I have questions about this. He told the man, you're a caffer. You're a caffer. If you question why Muhammad married a kid, you're a caffer. Yeah, caffer.
The logic is, brother, if you start to question and think critically, it's going to lead to doubt. Shubahat, you can't have doubt. There you go. And then before you know it, you're out to the faith. And if you leave the faith, unless you self-exile, you know what I'm saying, and you recant and you come back. Like, I have a video, I'm going to upload it in the next day or two. There's a thing where in some countries, even in Saudi, for example, but I'm from Somalia, they'll tell you, they'll have it where people leave Islam and they have to get you back. They got to take you, put you in, rehabilitate you, recondition you, basically brainwash to get you back. Because once you leave, someone else is going to be like, why did this brother leave? Or why did this sister leave? So now by you just leaving, you simply leaving is going to cause people to doubt.
Yeah.
And we got to stop it with you right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tyro, man, what's going on, brother? How you doing? If he's there.
Hey, what's happening?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to the discussion.
Go ahead.
As far as what is a woman according to Islam, I got 2 testimonies, one from the Qur'an and one from Hadith.
All right.
And the one from the Qur'an, anytime a man and a woman are bonded in marriage, they recite the same verse from Surah 4, the first verse.
Okay.
Right? And can you pull it up or no? I have to go off of memory.
Read it? Yeah, I can read it. Here. What, Surah 4, the first verse of Surah 4? I'll pull it up for you.
Yeah.
Sure. 1 second, man. Guys, if you're in here, like and share the live. Share the live out. Even if you share it to other pages, you got shared to my own page. It's a burner account, so it's we gotta kind of push it out a bit. We gotta be a bit of a publicist. Hey man, you in the comments, you call us a liar. I tried to bring you up. You came up first. And you wouldn't give me a straight answer. So now we're gonna give our straight answer. If you just gave us a straight answer, we wouldn't be sitting up here talking by ourselves. But you didn't give us a straight answer. You just told us adult mentality. That's not in the fiqh. That's not in the Sharia. Anyways, Surah 4 verse 1 says, "O humanity, be mindful of your Lord who created you from a single soul, and from it he created its mates. Through both he spread countless men and women. Be mindful of Allah in whose name you appeal to one another and honor family ties. Surely Allah is ever watchful over you."
Yeah, that's good right there. And that word mate is the answer to the question you got on the background. You can say mate or companion. I like the word companion. A lot of people translate zawjaha as companion. So that's one testimony from Quran. The other one I wanted to share was from the Hadith I came across at one time. And somebody asked the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what was a woman, right? Basically, what is man's relation to a woman? And he started reciting the verse of the Quran that speaks on the moon. He said, as the moon, when it sets, that's how the Hadith goes. It kind of implies that you know the actual verse. But the verse basically speaks about the association of the sun with the moon. That was his reply.
Yeah.
So those 2 right there should say it all to a contemplative mind. You know, we can get in deeper, but that's all I wanted to basically add to the discussion. So I feel like those are straight answers.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, if you read into the Islamic fiqh, and a Muslim can come up, you're welcome to hit the request button. You're welcome to come up, prove me wrong. If you look at the fiqh on the topic, the fiqh is fairly sure. The fiqh is fairly obvious. The only thing that is a requirement is puberty. It does not mention this. They try to come up and they try to pull this mental maturity thing on you. They don't give these women cognitive tests to determine whether they can be married or not. These women do not receive cognitive tests. They don't come, they don't ask them about their mentality and what do they think about a household and how they're going to raise their kid. This is not a question that's asked. The question that's asked is, have you bled? Pretty much that's it. Now, you can also, they don't even have to do that. They can just say, we see other signs of puberty, whether that's widening of hips, whether that's breast coming in. You don't even have to menstruate. So menstruation isn't even a requirement. It's like a secondary, it's kind of like I guess it's the first, but it's not a requirement. That's the first thing they're gonna look to, but it's not a requirement, as the case with Aisha and Muhammad.
Oh, brother, by the way, chapter 4, the same chapter, Surah Nisa, chapter of the woman.
Yep.
Oh, can you guys hear me? My connection's weak.
Yeah. Calter is a bat in Latin.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know why I'm using the home Wi-Fi. Yeah, I was saying in the same chapter, chapter 4, verse 24, talks about the woman that you the iddah, the waiting period.
Yeah.
Is that chapter? No, that's 65, verse 4. I want to say.
Yeah, 65 and 4. That's the waiting period. The waiting period for the young girls.
Or
too young to menstruate.
There you go. You read the classic, they tell it's Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. You take Muhammad Sunnah, you take the Sahaba, the companions, you take the Tabi'in, the followers. So if you read the classic Islam interpretation, the exegesis, right? The Mufsirin, they tell you take even someone who does not even menstruate, pubescent. You see, so people now, they say puberty. Where does it say puberty in the verse? Where in the interpretation does it say puberty? It says pubescent. You see, but you're right, bro. Carry on.
Yeah, discussions like this right here, as far as puberty goes and the age of maturity, is all for shits and giggles at this point because I'm in the U.S., right, and the age of maturity in the U.S. is 18. So if you diddle anywhere under that, you're going to jail. It's as simple as that. So you can be Muslim. But if you think you're going to, diddle under the age of 18, which is the, American jurisprudence age of maturity, then you're going to jail. It's like it's too much. It's not too much more complicated than that.
Touche.
But did you guys hear about Iraq recently? The country Iraq?
Yeah, Iraq. They passed They passed a personal stat, and this, the worst thing about this Iraq law for when it comes to kind of Islam, what makes it so much worse for them is that the law doesn't even necessarily say, right? The law doesn't necessarily say that we're setting the age of marriage at 9. The law says that we're setting the age of marriage to whatever the religion says the age of marriage is. So if you're Sunni, you can go if you're Sunni. If you're a Shia, you can go if you're Shia. And the women of the country said, oh no, this is going to lead to child marriage because they know the religions allow child marriage. So it wasn't even like the government set the age. The government said we're going to let the religion set the age. And all the religious women were like, uh-oh. That means a 9-year-old can get married. We got a problem. Hold on, guys. We got one guest on we got two guests. I'm gonna get the one on YouTube first. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine.
Hello, how are
y'all
you?
doing?
Hold on 1 second, Daquan. Give me 1 second. I'm talking to the guy on YouTube really quick, and I'm gonna get to you. Just give me a couple minutes, all right, brother?
Okay, brother.
All right, God bless. Oh, wait, he left anyway. All right, Daquan, what you got for me, boss man? He left.
Nah, because I just came past your panel a couple times, and I'm like, yo, y'all be talking interesting stuff. I'll be really wanting to know.
Okay.
And I'm Christian, so
Okay.
Y'all really be talking on the topic that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is good.
God bless, man. I'm glad. God bless. All right, let's see if we get this. Then this is I don't know if this is a Muslim not on YouTube. Let's see if it is. How you doing, man? You a Muslim? Hello?
Hello, what you talk to me?
Yeah, you a Muslim?
No, I am non-Muslim.
Okay, God bless. What you got for me, boss?
Are you Muslim, bro?
No, I'm not a Muslim, no.
Are you critic of Islam?
I'm very critical of Islam, yes.
Yes. Here you saying that in Islam the age of puberty is mandatory to marriage with someone.
Okay. Oh, but he dropped again. I think he got bad. I think he got a bad connection. But I think the brother was about to say close to same thing we're saying. All right, but guys, if any Muslims want to request, come up, hit the request button, change my mind. Listen, we're here, and you can change our mind. You can come up and you can prove to us that Islam, according to your fiqh, according to your schools of thought, according to your knowledge, you can prove to us that Islam doesn't allow child marriage. Are you coming back up, man? All right, Big Bay Dads, we got to get down to business with you, man. We're gonna have to get down to brass tacks. All right, Big Bay Dads. What is your school of thought? Who do you follow? Hanafi, Maliki? What's your school of thought?
I'm Salafi.
You're Salafi.
Yes, Salafi.
So what's the Salafi fiqh on the proper age of marriage?
I gave it to you.
No, give me the actual fiqh. What is
In
the
terms of
jurisprudence?
In terms of the fiqh, what are you regarding?
What is the jurisprudence? What are the requirements for marriage according to Salafi jurisprudence? I can pull it up for you if you don't know. Do you know?
What's your madhab, Big?
My madhab is Salafi.
It's not a madhab.
No. Like Hanafi.
No, I take from all. I take from all. First
There-
three
there-
generations.
There you go, brother Obi. You can
I
take
take from the first three generations.
All right, here you go. Let's start here. Let's go with a couple, right? Hanafi. The Hanafi school, consummation age is permitted after puberty, which is presumed to occur at 9. The Maliki school says after physical maturity is evident. Age 9 is the minimum age. Shafi'i school says no minimum age for consummation, can occur as soon as she can withstand penetration. And the Hanbali school is the same. Consummation allowed at the signs of puberty or if at age 9, if maturity is
That's crazy.
evident. So which
That's
one of
crazy.
these, which one of these do you like better? Or
But
worse?
when you're referring to the age 9,
Yeah.
you're not talking about 9-year-olds of today in Western society. So you're taking out of context.
Here's the point. The point is you can say that. What does the fiqh say?
No. It's not what I say.
Okay,
It's
give
the
me
opinion.
the fatwa. Give me the fatwa, the fiqh that says what you're saying right now. Right? I need something
Yeah, I
from
can give you
Islam.
many. I can give you many.
Go ahead.
Many.
Go ahead.
But that's going to take time to research and pull up the information. It's
My
not just
point
something
is
I've got.
the requirements according to Islam is simply puberty. Nowhere in any of those
Yes.
fiqhs that I just read, it says nothing
Yes.
about mental. It's physical maturity.
Yeah, because you're just reading from Hanafi or Shafi'i, but there's other opinions. This is what I'm saying to you.
If my man's, give me another fiqh. I don't want opinions. What's legal in Islam? If Sharia
told you.
if
It's
Sharia
foreign
runs the
accepted.
country, they're not going to run it like you. I.e., let me put it this way, right? If a country is ran,
If Sharia runs a country,
yeah, it's going to be based off a school of thought. It's not going to be based off big the X, what he might think tomorrow or yesterday. It's going to be
no,
based
it's
off
gonna
one of these.
be based upon. Okay, I will tell you.
No,
as
it's going to be based
Salafi,
on one of these
based
four
upon-
schools of thought. I.e., what's the biggest
No, it's
Salafi?
not. Can I explain to you?
Sure, you can try. You can try. Go ahead.
Okay, being a Salafi doesn't restrict me to the 4 madhab. Okay, what it restricts me to is the understanding of the first 3 generations based upon the understanding of the biggest scholars that are alive today, which gives the fatwa based upon the Salaf understanding. Do you understand?
Okay. So let's
So
let's
what
just
are the
let's-
major
okay.
what are the major scholars' fatwas regarding this matter? That's what you should be asking.
Okay. No. Here's what I'm asking you, because here's what I want to know. If a country is ran off of Sharia law, the country is going to be based off one of these 4 major schools of thought because they have written entire law books. You have to have a law book to run a country. You would agree? Big the X?
Where's your evidence for that statement?
Saudi Arabia. When Saudi Arabia was
Saudi
not
Arabia. So what madhab is Saudi Arabia based upon? You tell me. Come on,
all right,
and then bring up your evidence.
Okay.
Usually they're
Bring up your evidence.
Hanbali or Hanafi. I forgot.
I'll get it. I'll get it for him. It's not too
Oh,
hard. If it's not
in
too hard of a
every
question.
fiqh issue, they're Hanbali. Is that what you're saying, Somali?
Yeah, I grew up in Saudi. if
Yeah,
I'm not
so
mistaken.
every fiqh issue, Saudi is based upon Hanbali. Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so be honest. Be honest then.
No, but it's consistent. It's they try to follow like be in line with that, so they don't
They're
try to like.
Salafi. So don't they
Hanbali.
take from Sheikh Rabia, Sheikh Salih
No,
Fawzan,
their
Sheikh
fiqh
Uthaymeen?
school, their fiqh
So they
school
don't
is
take from
their
them.
fiqh school is
I'm asking
Hanbali.
Somali, as he lived in Saudi, I'm asking,
Their
does he
fiqh,
take from the
their fiqh.
opinions of the major
I'm
scholars?
answering your question. You had a question, right? Do you want to answer or not?
No, Somali lived in Saudi,
I'm not.
so
What I'm telling you is that
he can answer the question.
Okay, what I'm telling you is that Saudi school of fiqh is Hanbali. Now, what I was about to finish saying before you asked me the question is Saudi now is caffer. Your Mecca, your Medina is really controlled by the caffer. The U.S., we really control Mecca and Medina. I'll just be complete. I'm not gonna lie to you. We tell Saudi Arabia jump, they say how high. They do what we tell them to do.
What makes a kafir?
Yeah.
What makes a kafir?
You're someone who disbelieves. I'm a disbeliever in your religion, so you would consider me to be a
Where's
kafir.
the evidence that
That
Bin
kafir
Salman
means disbeliever?
disbelieves?
That Saudi's disbelievers?
Yeah, King Salman is a disbeliever.
He allows alcohol to be sold.
What are you reading from?
That says
Google.
Saudi has liquor stores?
How does that equate to kafir? How does that equate to kafir?
Is alcohol allowed in Islam?
No.
No. So if an Islamic ruler says you can now buy alcohol, what does that make him?
A major sinner.
Kafir, disbeliever.
It doesn't make him a disbeliever. It makes him a major
my point
sinner.
is he's controlled by the disbelievers. The reason why
But this is the problem with you guys.
All right.
You talk stuff you don't know.
Listen, who convinced Mohammed bin Salman that he should allow alcohol in Saudi Arabia?
Who convinced him?
Yeah.
Is that a genuine question? You're asking me who convinced him?
Yes.
How would I know if he was convinced?
It's common. Do you think an Islamic ruler would, out of his own volition, go against Islam to allow alcohol to be sold in his country?
I don't believe that's true. Where's the evidence?
You don't believe that
he
Saudi
said
has liquor stores?
No, I don't believe.
You don't think?
I don't believe that.
Okay, watch your head. God bless.
They have stuff, but it's like underground. They have you have to look around and ask people.
Saudi Arabia,
UFC over there.
I'm gonna say Saudi Arabia now has open liquor stores for U.S. diplomats in Saudi Arabia. For U.S.
Somalis. Now,
hold on, Mecca. Pretend to be civilized, bro. I'm in the middle of a sentence. You don't come on somebody else's panel.
My bad. I just wanted to ask Somali a question.
I got you. Give me 1 second, my brother. All right, but back to what I was saying. Saudi now has open liquor stores. It's not on the ground. They have open liquor stores now. Saudi citizens can't go into the liquor store, but expats, people who live in Saudi who are not Saudi citizens, can go to the liquor stores.
Oh, bro, you talking about in the duty free in the airport? You mean, or
it started duty free in the airport, but now it's expanding. Right? King Salman is building. King Mohammed bin Salman is he. You know, I don't like him, but I don't hate him. You know what I'm saying? He may make Saudi Arabia a little more kafir and kafir every year. He does a little more kafir, a little more kafir.
Yeah, I think I read about it. It's like for like diplomats.
Yeah, exactly.
Like exclusive.
Yeah, it's for non-Saudis, right? Now they're not quite at a Dubai level where it's just, you know, Dubai is.
It's like in
super
Iran.
kafir.
Iran, I think in Iran they have like alcohol store, liquor stores, but it's for like non-Muslims. So like the Iranian Jews, Iranian Christians can purchase it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Menica.
Hey, Somali.
Wait,
where you from, bro? You Somali?
What's up, brother? How you doing? This is not an interview, right? This is
I just need you to answer me a few questions quickly, bro, because you claiming some stuff, you know. So,
no, it's
you Somali?
It's okay, bro. You don't need to know. It's okay.
I don't need to know.
All right, what is a woman according to Islam, man?
All right, one sec. Let me answer your question. What is a woman according to Islam?
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back to you, Somali. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you.
What is a woman according to Islam?
A woman is our mother.
Sahab, this is the chance for you to give da'wah.
What differentiates?
Hey, don't interrupt me, little man.
What differentiates a little girl?
Almost.
What differentiates a little girl from a woman in Islam? How do you know when a girl becomes a woman in Islam? When she's marriageable, how do you know? How do you know she's
we have
marriageable?
4 criterias.
Okay, what's the 4 criteria, and where do you get these 4 criteria from? Are they in the Hadith? They're in the Quran? Where are they?
Oh, okay. So we have number 1, she has to hit puberty.
Puberty.
Number 2, she has to consent. Number
All right.
3, she has to be mature. And number 4, it has to be socially acceptable in that time.
Okay, can you give me those? So Islam is based off what's socially acceptable. So it's not based upon the deen of Allah. It's based upon the kafir. The kafir determines when a girl is ready for marriage.
In that time.
Yeah, so the kafir of that time. So i.e. you're in America. America's ran by what? Majority. Who determines what society
All right, so if we
just hold on. We're just gonna answer questions. Who determines what's societally normal in America? Is it Allah or is it the kafir?
in America,
In America.
laws. If we're talking about laws, of course it's not Allah. It's these
It's the kafir.
people that are in power.
The kafir.
Yeah.
They all kafir.
Yeah.
So what you're
And they
telling
say
me, what you're
7
telling
in Texas,
perfect,
7 in Texas,
perfect.
you can get married.
Let me actually, that's the biggest lie you've ever heard in your life. But I'm gonna
Oh, is it?
we'll get back. Yeah, we'll get back to that later. We'll pull it up and I'll put it on the screen for you. It's not hard to pull up on the screen. It's only one state you can name that's Islamic. I don't like that state either. My point is, you say that instead of going off the law of Allah, that Muslims have to go based on the societal norms of the kafir to determine when their women become when their children.
You
become
said
women.
that, bro.
That's
When
what
did I
you
say
said.
that?
You said what's societally acceptable at the time. Who determines what's societally acceptable?
Exactly. Islam
in the
takes
US,
into that. In
okay,
fact, if
in
you're
the-
not in a Sharia-based
My
land,
man,
it takes into
just listen
factor.
to me. In the US,
I heard what you said, bro.
in the US, who determines what's societally acceptable? Islam, Allah, or the kafir?
The kafir.
The kafir. So you're going off of kafir law. Make sense?
Yes, because it's not a Sharia-based law.
Perfect. Okay,
country.
so perfect. The kafir is above Allah.
How is a kafir above Allah?
Because
Allah is God, bro.
you can't do what Allah told you to do unless the kafir allows you.
No, it's because Allah. Okay, let me answer. It's because Allah told us in the Quran to follow the
No
the
problem.
law
All
of
right,
the
all right.
land.
Let's do this. Let's say in a land, if we
That
have a
doesn't
country,
mean that they're above Allah.
all right, let's do this. In a country like Afghanistan, where the legal age of marriage is 9 years old, societally acceptable, what are the requirements that this 9-year-old needs to meet to be marriageable?
I could ask you the same question for some states in America.
I would
How
say,
you going to Afghanistan?
yeah,
There's a state that
because-
says 12
yeah,
to get married
One,
in America.
there is no state that says 12. What's the name of the state?
Type it in right now.
I'll tell you
Type
what.
it in
I'll
right
tell you
now.
what. Let's make a bet. Let's make a bet. If there's a state in America that explicitly says the age of 12 is the minimum age, I will take my shahada. It says the number 12 is the age.
Bro, you won't.
Now,
you won't.
now, make me a deal. If it's not in the U.S. any age that explicitly states the age at 12, it just says no age or no age, but it specifically says the age is 12. You say Muhammad is a dirty kafir.
All right, how about this? Type in on Google.
No.
Lowest
Take
age. Wait,
no.
one sec.
Make it.
I'm agree with you.
Either take the bet or don't. That's all I want you to do, and then I'm gonna type it in.
No, bro. Hold on, let's clarify some things first.
Just
bro.
no. Just take the bet or not. I don't want to hear anything else for a second. Do you
I
want the
will
bet?
never say Muhammad is a kafir.
Okay, so you don't
bro.
want the bet. So never mind. We're not gonna do the bet. We'll just type it in and we'll just
No,
look.
put something else on the line. I will never say that. That's disrespectful. Hey, but Somali.
No problem. It's no problem. Now we're just gonna get the legal age by state.
You speak Afan Oromo, huh?
Yeah, now
Somali.
we're just gonna get the legal age by state. Okay, which state do you think is 12? Let's start there.
Oh, I think he's Googling it. He went off the app.
Do you know which state you think is 12 at least?
See, you know what I appreciate about you, brother? You're being objective. You're using scripture. You're not going off people's opinions and stuff like that.
Exactly.
You're keeping it consistent. I like that about you.
Because I want to know what Islam is. Here's one thing I realized, guys, and I tell you what, England should have taught us all this lesson. Muslims will come into you, and I'm not saying Muslims are all bad people, right? I'm saying that their rulers are normally not great people because they actually follow Islam. Most Muslims don't really follow Islam. They're good people. I want to be clear when I say this. I'm not here to say Muslims are bad people. Most Muslims are genuinely good people, right? They are not bad people. They're not trying to harm you, right? The issue is that their leaders are not good people. Their leaders are genuinely trying to harm you and harm society because their leaders are following actual Islam. And so this is why I try to get to the point of what is actual Islam, not what is, you know,
Yo,
this
host.
friendly Western version of Islam. I don't want that.
Toast. We're
What?
not talking about age of
No
consent, right? We're
problem.
talking about age of marriage.
What state? Yeah, marriage age
50
by state.
states. 50 states allow child marriage, bro.
Okay, what do you consider child marriage? I guess is the question. Now I'm looking at the age by state. Let's go through it. Let's go through it. Let's start.
Come on, now.
Let's go through it, right? Alaska, the minimum age
50
of marriage.
states.
Okay, the marriage age in Alaska, we'll just go overstate, is 16 with parental consent. In Florida, is 16 with parental consent, 17 without parental consent. Georgia, 16 with parental consent, 18 without parental consent. Alabama, 16 with parental consent, 18 without parental consent. South Carolina, 16. Mississippi, 17. Louisiana, 17. Missouri is the lowest in the country with parental consent in Missouri. And this is a little crazy, I'll be honest.
What's the argument?
It's
What's the argument
15.
being made here?
He's arguing that states in the U.S. have child marriage. Now, there is one state that you can name, actually, I'll be honest, if you were smart. There was one state you can name, and I hate this state. It's the state of California. Now, the state of California law states that with parental consent, there is no minimum age of marriage. That's the one state you could name. Now, don't say 12, but the state of California says legally, in their law, it does legally say that not necessarily there's no legal age, it just says that you can get married with parental consent and it doesn't state the age. I think California is just as demonic as Afghanistan, though. So, it doesn't really move me any.
That's what happens when you're all super liberal.
So is that ruled by Sharia? Why is it so bad?
Yeah, it's so bad because it's ruled by something just as bad as Sharia. It's called liberalism. So both of those things are just
So
as
we need
bad.
to go back to Christianity?
Definitely.
Christianity is even worse.
Okay, yeah, no.
There's no age of consent
But I
in
won't.
Christianity.
Yeah, you're right. We don't have an age. We have a standard. We have a set standard that's very, very obvious in our book. So you're right.
It? Let's see.
It's
What standard do you have?
First Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 36.
Read it to us.
You go read it and come back.
Read it to us, bro. Come on now.
You know, bro, let me say something real quick to this.
Hey, Somali, shut up. You're not even Somali.
Listen.
Hey, Mecca. You're gonna respect yourself. I'm gonna drop you. Does that make sense? Here, you don't get to talk crazy.
Nah, bro, I respect you because you're real, but like this guy, he's pretending to be Somali.
You're gonna respect yourself. You're gonna respect yourself. Or you're gonna get dropped.
Bro, no, hold on. I respect you. I'm not gonna respect this guy though.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Go ahead,
So you have 6 articles of faith. One of them is to believe in the books of Allah, the Zabur, the Torah, the Injil. So you have to read the Bible.
Stop trying to deflect. I wanna go back to the topic.
He's giving you the reference, brother. First Corinthians 7:36.
Stop trying to deflect.
Here,
bro, it's haram to be lazy. It's sunnah to.
Don't tell me what's haram.
I'm telling you
You
right now.
catfish. You're not Somali. You're Oromo. You're Ethiopian. Stop it.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. I know you're pressed.
shout out to the Ethiopians. They gonna
No,
spank
but why
you.
is he got
I swear on
Somali
everything.
though, bro?
On my
That's the
life,
crazy
I'm not
part.
in Ethiopia. On
Why is he got
everything.
I believe you. I'm
Somali?
just
Like,
saying
why
in
can't he
general.
be happy?
I ain't. All right.
Yeah. They're mad. They're mad. It's just they
Bro,
have
I'd slap
to-
you for
Watch it.
bro.
Respect
It's
yourself, man,
it's
before I get you
actually-
out of here.
Technically, it's by some scholars, nationalism is haram, and he's trying to be a nationalist. Are you a Muslim? There's Ethiopian Muslims. You're mocking them now, bro.
All right. Here's
That's official,
what
bro.
the here's what the Bible says. It says, if any man thinks he's behaving improperly towards his virgin, if she is past the flower of youth, thus it must do what he wishes, he does not sin, let them marry. Now, Manica, in the Greek, which Corinthians written in the Greek, do you know what word translates to the flower of the youth? What word that would be? Come off mute. Don't go on mute now.
You say that again, my brother? Slow.
Yeah, it says that she must be past the flower of her youth. Do you know in the Bible, in the Greek, what word translates to past the flower of her youth? What that means?
That's probably I've heard it in that
I got
context.
you, no
So
problem.
I mean, if you can show me anywhere else in the Bible where it says it.
It's called. I don't need another place. I got this one place. We don't need another place. It's called hyperkamos. Now, hyperkamos relates to beyond the bloom or prime of life, overripe, plump.
So when's that anyone can guess that age? Like someone can say it's 5, someone can say
you can't. No, you can't. Do you know why you can't guess this age?
It's not an exact date though, bro.
Yeah, precisely, right?
It's open to interpretation, right?
It's open to some interpretation. It's not open to a lot of interpretation. Do you know why it's not open to a lot of interpretation?
Go on, tell me.
Because it indicates that you are past the prime of life. You are past the prime of life. You're completely past it. Now,
All right, give me an example of what that is.
hold on. We'll give you an example, right? Because this word is a Greek word. So all the way back to the time of Plato and before, Greeks have used the word hyperkamos. Do you
But
know?
your Bible,
No problem. Hold on.
You know-
Let me- just let
All right,
me,
go on,
just let me finish. My
I don't wanna
Bible's
cut
written
you
in
off.
Greek.
Go on.
All right. Now, do you know the earliest age that hyperkamos was ever used to refer to in history? In entire
go
written
check
history. Google it. Yeah,
No,
Google
go
it.
check quickly.
What's the earliest age hyperkamos has ever been used to refer to? No, it's not period, right? Flower of her youth, you assume flower is period. Flower of her youth doesn't mean period to us. It's not a period. That is not our requirement. It's not a period. It's not just she bled. Host is sweating. Big bad X, maybe. Yo, bro, you can't even stand on your
Past
ding.
her puberty, like when she gets her first period.
No, that's not true. Show me
The
any.
earliest,
Yeah,
the-
show me any. What's the source that you have? Show me a book that uses hyperkamos in this way. What's the name of the book?
All right, 1 second.
Yeah.
As we say in Arabic, "Anta mu'allim." You're the man. You're the teacher, host, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Teaching
I'll
the
praise the
Muslims
Most
their
High
deen. Yeah, man.
You're welcome to come up, man. And if you can't come up, this is the beautiful thing. I'm on YouTube now. So if you can't come up on TikTok because you don't have enough followers, go to the YouTube. I have pinned I don't know if I've pinned it, but you can look through the comments and you'll see the link to come up on the comments and you can come up. All right. So even if you don't have enough followers on TikTok, that's fine. Now you can come up on YouTube too. All praise to the Most High Power. Either way, you can get up here. So feel free, however you want to do it. Either way, you can find your way up, boss. We ain't gotta worry about it.
You know, what they're saying in the chat, real quick, not to take away from what the discussion is.
Are you fine?
They're saying is Jesus doesn't know the
It's saying
hour.
Kathy Howard, bro. My
And
source is Kathy Howard.
in chapter
Greek
54
Bible.
of the Quran.
No. I
chapter
don't.
54 of the Quran.
Go ahead and finish, brother.
Real quick, bro. Yeah, this to show you, just chapter 54 of the Quran, verse 1 to 2. Allah is speaking in the Quran. He says the judgment day is near. The moon is splitting. Judgment day hasn't come and the moon hasn't split. It's a false prophecy.
Well, what are you
Thank
talking about, bro?
But
Let's
here,
go back to the main.
I don't
point.
need
You sound
Kathy.
confused.
What I need you to do is go in Greek history. Go to someone who is a Greek writer and show me them using this word. Right? So i.e. Plato using this word, Aristotle using this word. Someone who is Greek, right, wrote their first language is Greek. And they use this word to refer to anything, and then a woman at the youngest is ever been referred to as someone who's 17 years old ever. It's never been anything less than 17 ever in life. You won't find a classical Greek writer who says this word means anything less than 17. It doesn't exist. Because the word indicates that this person is getting to the age where childbearing, it's really normally used to refer to much over 17. Because it indicates this person is getting to the point where childbearing is going to start becoming a problem. Like you don't have long to have children. And this is what Paul is saying in the verse. Paul is saying, listen, guys, don't let the woman get too old, right? If you're going to get married, you're going to have it. You might as well be fruitful and multiply. So don't let her get too old to the point where she can't multiply. Go ahead and marry her. It's okay. It's not a problem. You're fine. Who scholars? It's not what my scholars say.
Oh, and there's one thing here. This brother Manka, he said about consent. If you read Sahih al-Bukhari 6946, I'm going to read it towards the end. It says here, a virgin, if asked, feels shy and keeps quiet. He said her silence means
Consent.
her consent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Subhanallah.
mean her father. That's her consent. But
No.
we still need the parents' consent.
But what?
But-
If the man has iman, not if the girl's mature. If the man has enough iman, enough
What?
deen,
Bro,
marriage is halal.
bro, relax. Let me explain that to you.
Relax.
Let me
Go
relax.
ahead.
Relax, okay? Again, we have 4 criteria. Number 1, she has to have hit puberty, so she has to have her first period.
Yeah.
Number 2, consent from her if she's too shy. and she stays quiet, we take it as her consenting, but her family still has to, her parents, especially the male figure in her family,
Yep.
still has to consent.
Uh-huh.
Number 3, she has to be mentally mature.
Show me
Number
that.
4.
Show me that in the Sunnah, in the Quran, or in any fiqh.
I got you, bro. Thank you for asking me, man.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Oh, let me read this one.
And number 4, sorry, societal. It has to be in a societal norm.
Okay. So then it has to be following the law of caffer. But show me the third one first.
Oh, read this hadith, guys. Al-Bukhari 5081. The Prophet asked Abu Bakr for Aisha's hand in marriage. Abu Bakr said, "But I am your brother." The Prophet said, you are my brother in Allah's religion and His book, but she, Aisha, is lawful for me to marry. Oof. She's 6 at the time, or 5. And previously she was already engaged to someone else. But we're saying
Wait.
Islam.
What
Look at
hadith is
this.
that?
Bukhari 5081.
Read it one more time.
The main point here is what? You are my brother in Allah's religion and His book, but she, in parentheses, Aisha, is lawful for me to marry.
What's your point?
Yeah. So
wait, hold on. Don't let him. I don't want him to jump off a topic. Go get me that Islamic fiqh, that Sunnah, that Quran verse that talks about this mental maturity that you're referring to and tells us what it is. Go get that before I don't want him to run around. Right hand, how you doing, brother?
Fatih al-Bari even says Aisha was like, what, 14
Doing
or something?
fantastic. God bless you.
Wait, before all of
She's
that,
playing with dolls.
does a woman
reading.
need consent in the Christian Bible to get married?
Does a woman have to consent? Of course, yeah.
What do you think?
Show me.
This is Jahiliyyah is still a thing till today. These Muslims don't even bother to pick up the book. And
Somali,
it's
I
part
want
of
you
the
to
articles of faith.
My man's, bro. Stop
Let me leave
coming
the brother
back.
up to
Stop coming back. Go. No one sec, bro.
I want
gotta
somebody to
unmute
do
you.
some research.
I just want you to go get what you told me you had. Please, thank you.
Like you can go Google Bible Gateway, Bible Hub. Read the Bible, guys. You as a Muslim, you want to know about Moses, you have to read the Bible. Go back to the Bible. If you want to know about David, you have to go back to the Bible. You have to know about Jesus. You don't have the Injil and the Quran. You have to go back to the Bible. Guys, it's part of your articles of faith. Pick up the Bible.
Let's see how long it takes him to get this non-existent source.
And before he researched, he should say Inshallah. I don't think he even said Inshallah.
Let's see. Y'all want to hear some music in the meantime? Man, you got it already. You're back. What is it? What's the source? Nope, he left again. So you don't have it yet. Guys, if you're here, all right. Oh, you got it now.
It's just I can't paste it because it's too long. Apparently.
What's the name of it? What's the name of the book? What's the name of the?
One sec. Let me read it out to you. It's actually academia study. So
I don't want an academia study. I said I want fiqh. I want Sunnah. I want Quran.
You're good, bro. You're good. It's got everything inside. Don't worry. You can read it. It's got all the sources. I got you, bro. Don't worry.
Oh, that one, that 65.4 is incorrect. You have to go by the. No.
Bro, just type in criteria. Go on Google. Just type in criteria.
No. Just give me the name of the
It's the
fiqh
first
book.
one that comes up, bro. Oh
give me the name of the fiqh.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yo, bro,
it's got everything, sources,
bro,
everything, bro.
Well, just get the sources out of there and give it to me. It should be pretty simple. Just get it and give it to me.
All right, cool.
All right.
If you read the 65.4 exegesis, which is the expanded form, it has the detail matters. So the 65.4 here you have on your screen. I don't think this is not it right here. Yeah, even Kathir is gonna refute this right here.
I go to Sunan Ibn Jama.
Okay.
Sunan Ibn Majah. Majah.
What's the number?
Sunan Ibn Majah.
What's the number?
Volume 3.
It don't just give you a number. Just need a number.
Volume 3, Book 9.
Hadith number.
Hadith 1846. That's the first one, yeah, and then we'll go to the others. You can read through
1846. All right.
the criteria, each criteria.
All right. It says marriage is part of my sunnah. First of all, this is Hassan. You take Hassan. I can bring you Hassan Hadith too. Just checking. So we're using Hassan grading as good.
Hassan is good.
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure he's gonna hold his standard, Manka. So if I bring you Hassan Hadith, we're perfect.
Even the Da'if is used in making Islamic law.
I just want to make sure. I just want to ask him. I just want to make sure we understand
Hey,
standard.
Somali question. Relax,
If I bring you Hassan
I'll bring
Hadith,
you another one. I'll bring you
no
another
problem.
one.
No, it's
One
okay.
second.
I'll read it. I don't mind it. I just want to get on the same standard here. If I bring you Hassan Hadith, you gonna take it?
It depends on the.
So I can depend on whether I want to take this or not, but we'll read it anyway.
Depends on the snadder.
Depend on this now. Okay, no problem. I'll read it anyway. Marriage is part of my sunnah. Whoever's not following my sunnah is not going with me. Get married, for I will boast great numbers for the nation. Whoever has the means, let him get married. Whoever's not, then he should fast for the minister's desire. This doesn't give me an age requirement or any standards, except that a man needs to be able to take care of his wife.
All right,
Manka, did you check the isnad on that one?
That's a fact. Did you? That's a good question right here. Did you check the isnad on that one, my man? Or did you just bring it to me without checking the isnad? That's so true.
No, bro, yeah, I didn't even read that one. I'm not gonna lie.
That man said he didn't even read it. I appreciate you being honest though. I do appreciate that. He said I ain't even read it. All right, guys, for my people on YouTube, man, God bless you for being here. God bless you for being here on YouTube, man. So comment, like the live if you're here, please, and comment on the live a little bit. Let's see if we can push it out into the algorithm. Blake, what's going on, sister? Let's see if my man can get his sources here. If you want to request on YouTube, if you're a Muslim, the link is not pinned. I don't think I might. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it is pinned. I pinned it. All right, so the link is pinned. The link is pinned. Yeah, the link is pinned if you want to hop on YouTube, man. Well, wait right here. All right. In the meantime, guys, let's get on YouTube. And let's get some music going while we're waiting on this guy, okay? Now, I don't think he's been very nice. So I'm trying to determine here. Do I want to play the nice music? Or do I want to play the haram?
Play some like soul, jazz, some funk, some blues, something.
We either play Jeopardy or we play the haram.
This is what I'm talking about. I've never met a Somali that listens to soul music or jam, bro.
My
This
man,
is Somali, bro.
stop worrying
Brother.
about what the Somali doing. Go
Guys,
get your
Ethiopian.
source. Go prove
Brother,
your religion, man.
Living in America, you have to listen to a lot of different things. So the good black people, man, they blessed us with good music.
Just go
Bro
get
came
your
back with a
source.
random hadith.
Yeah, man, finna see it. I seen you get cooked this morning. See it.
When you say haram music, what type of music? Because all music is haram, technically.
This is true.
Maybe if he has like a drum or something.
Let's see if he gets his source, man. Get your source, man. Get your source, man. Are you mad they can't debate, bro? That's the thing. I mean, I think they can debate very well. I'll say some of the best debaters on TikTok you ran into this morning. You should stop going in their room. Oh, you want to hear that? Okay, I got you. You want to hear that? Y'all want to hear that hot stuff? I played that hot stuff one time while you're waiting on Manica, okay? I played that hot stuff one time. Want to hear that hot stuff, man. I'm a man of the people. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
All right, man. Hey, man, did you find your source, man? You don't even run it back one time, man. Come on, let's do it, man. Where your source
That's
at, man?
technically fitna.
That's big fitna. Big fitna. Yeah. That's definitely fitna.
But they don't know it, huh?
Assalamu alaikum, fell in love with a Muslim. Turn me on when you say wa alaikum salam. You feel me? That's for them Philly Muslims, guys. Y'all ever met a Philly Muslim? That's for them Philly Muslims, man. I kid you not, bro. Quick story in the meantime, bro. I saw this video. It was hilarious. I saw this video on Facebook. It was that something, bro. And they was playing. I don't know if y'all know this super just detestable young lady. Her name is hopefully she becomes better, but for now she's detestable. Her name is Sexy Red. And, you know, she got this song, and I'm not gonna sing it, but it's very bad, right? Talk about the bad stuff. If you know her, you know her. If you don't Google her. I'm not gonna say it on live. But it was these Muslim, you know, these black Muslims, Philly Muslims, full hijab on, you know, the full Muslim garb, and they just singing the most haram of haram songs, super loud, just all into it. I'm like, and the dude stopped the whole concert, like, hey, y'all ain't supposed to be here. Like, what are you doing up there? I see you. You got your hijab on, you got your dress on, and you in here talking about, you know, whatever the song say. Once again, I ain't gonna sing it, but if you know, you know. You dig what I'm saying? It was quite hilarious, if I'm being honest with you. It was quite hilarious.
Man, that's wild.
But hey, man, Manka, you come on, man. You said they had all the sources, so just give me one of them. Manka,
did you make your?
I think you're proving. I think you're proving the source isn't there, bro. The fact that it's taking you this long, you're proving to me you don't have the source. The source isn't there. The source isn't there. Ricky Rose 8, there you go. You back? You get the source?
Yeah, bro.
All right, what's the source?
Let me read it to you quickly.
No. Give me the name of it.
All right, just go on quickly and type in criteria for women and
No,
girls to marry
give me the
in Islamic
fifth.
law.
Give me the sunnah. Give me something. What is it? I'm not reading somebody's random essay. Give me the sunnah from the Prophet Muhammad.
Bro.
Looking for Pinocchio Loves the Devil.net /info.
Give it to
bro,
me.
you know the thing with the music and that, and like how they were dancing and stuff. I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's a lot of worse things happening in the church, man.
Go get the sunnah.
What are you doing, bro? Give it to me, bro. What is it? What did your prophet say?
LGBTQ and that.
What did your prophet say?
Abu Hanifa, the founder of the Hanifa school of jurisprudence, stated that the onset of puberty should be no later than 17 for girls and 18 for boys.
Okay, so wait. Whoa. He said 17. So why does his school of thought give me the source where my man. Give me the source where he says 17. Because his own school of thought sets the minimum age at 9. So why would he say it's 17?
Mental,
but then
I'm talking about mental maturity, bro.
His fiqh says it happens at 9. You talking about 17. Give me the source, bro. Just give me the name of the source. Give me the name of the source.
All right, cool.
Because his fiqh, how does he go against his fiqh go against him? How that work?
Yeah, how that work? Oh, speaking of gays, there's a gay Somali imam in Australia.
Whoa. Keep my live up, man. Be careful.
Oh, my bad, bro.
Are you sure he's not Ethiopian like you, bro?
Man. LGTV is something.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, 100%, bro.
He 100% Ethiopian, I promise you. We don't have that stuff around there.
My man.
So you go on YouTube.
Where is the source? Where is the source? The Hanafi school says consummation is permitted after puberty, which is presumed to occur at 9. That's the Hanafi school. So why did Hanafi say 17, but then somehow his fiqh magically say 9?
No, bro, it was mentally.
Get me the source. Get me the source. No, I don't want you to read.
Is a stage.
My man. That will mean that Hanafi does not think mental maturity is required for consummation. If he said this, give me the actual source where he said it. That would mean, though, if he did say it, it would mean that he does not think mental maturity is a requirement at all, because he said you can consummate at 9. Go ahead, brother.
MashaAllah, miswak.
So here,
Show me.
So here is the Hanafi school. Here's the Hanafi school. The marriage of a minor boy and of a minor girl is permitted when the guardian gives them in marriage.
Thank you.
But the minor girl, be the minor girl a virgin or previously married woman who has consummated her marriage. So minor girls are entitled to be married and consummate marriage in the Hanafi faith.
What about the Bible? It says worse.
Why is you jumping to the Bible, man? Do you want to be a Christian? I can make you a Christian today. That's what you want to be?
You gonna baptize me?
I can where you at? Where you live at?
Catholic, Protestant?
Where you live
Which
at?
one are
Where
you?
you live at? Do you want to be a Christian, bro? You keep bringing up the Bible. Do you want to serve the true God? Is that why you came up today? You want to serve the true God?
Which one?
The Father, the Son, and the Holy
Jesus?
Spirit, the triune God. But back, I want to stay on the topic really quick. Can you prove to me anything that you said?
No.
Bro, I literally proved it to you. He just showed you right there. He literally just showed you.
He
Right hand of
showed
God,
me that you
whatever
can consummate a marriage with a child. That's what you wanted to prove?
Exactly. And guess what?
Exactly.
Guess what? Guess what?
Wait. Did you say exactly?
Bro,
He showed me you can consummate a marriage with a child, and you said exactly.
If she's mentally mature, if she
show me
if it
show me this mentally mature requirement. Where is it? What is wrong with you? Where is this mentally mature requirement that you keep talking about? Where
go
is
do a
it?
quick Google search.
I'm not finna use check Google. Give me fiqh. Give me sunnah. Give me Quran. Google does not control your religion. When they go in Sharia court, they don't pull up their phone and get on Google. Is that what you think happens?
There you go. God bless you, bro. Wallah. Well, God bless you.
Hold on, guys. I gotta restart because I don't want to lose this account. I gotta restart. Everybody just come right back. I gotta restart the TikTok because I can't lose this account till I got a violation warning.
Why, bro? No one saw.
I got another one when you come back.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, brother. Take your time. Take your time.
All right, YouTube, stay tuned. We're coming right back. All right, we're back up on TikTok. Sorry, guys. I had to restart really quick because I can't lose it. I'm already down one. I don't want to go down two until now. Tomorrow I'm not gonna care because I have I got another account coming back tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be back. We'll be kind of back at it again with the white vines. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow we'll be right back. All right, tomorrow we'll be right back again. We'll be on probably a different account tomorrow, to be honest. We'll be probably back on a different account again tomorrow, but at least for the day, we're back here. All right, same thing, guys. If you want to request, but you can't request on TikTok, go to the YouTube. It's at Nazarene Remnants with Oblias. The YouTube is at Nazarene Remnants with Oblias, and you can request on the YouTube. Doc Smitty, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, brother. How you doing?
Doing all right, man.
I was going to wait till your numbers get back up because I wanted to make a statement about this idea of maturity. I'm a trained child psychologist, and I have a doctorate in clinical psychology, and I've been doing it for over 30 years. And let me be clear. There's not a 9-year-old on the planet that is cognitively, emotionally, physically mature enough to engage in that kind of choice. They claim they choose it. Okay, fine. They can't. They don't have the maturity. And they claim their dad signs off on it. Well, I read a report from UNICEF, and the problem there are the poor kids. The people with money come in and they pay off these poor families who are literally have nothing. They have no food, they have nothing. And if they sell them the right to marry the daughter, maybe call it a dowry, maybe not, but then these families get more money than they've ever seen in their life, and they have this cultural protection that they're not doing anything wrong. So I was going to say, I'm getting a phone call. I'll come back in just a minute.
Okay. God bless, brother. All right, but here we go, guys. If you want to request up, if you're a Muslim, request up, tell me, what is a woman according to Islam? What is it? What would a woman be? What makes it the main topic here, right, is what is the difference between a girl and a woman? You can actually marry young girls, it doesn't matter. But when does a woman become marriageable in Islam? What in Islam makes a woman of marriageable age? Like and share the live when you come in, please, if you don't mind. And if you have an extra coin, don't recharge. Let me repeat, do not recharge. But if you have an extra singular coin, hit the orange heart right here and join the team. It only costs 1 coin. All right, so if you want to hit the heart right there and join the team, it will help out a lot too. Or just like and share the live, all that costs nothing anyway. And let's see if we get another Muslim in here today. We've been live about 1 hour and 10 minutes. We can make at least another 50 minutes. That'll be good. All right, so if we can make another 50 minutes, that'll be good. We may have to cut them short while we're on the burners because we just may not get as many Muslims until we get back on the main account. And that's okay. We'll live with that. We're okay with that. All right. But so while we're on the burners, we may have to cut it a little short. Also tonight, guys, meantime, also tonight on this account, if you follow this account, on this account, we'll be doing a Bible study on the Gospel of John. All right, it'll be on this account tonight, since you're here anyway, right here. Thank you for coming back, brother.
Yeah, that's bro.
All right, but let's see. I don't think my man's gonna come back, to be honest with you. I think he was happy to get an excuse to leave. If I'm being completely honest, I think he was very happy to get an excuse to get off this stage. Extremely happy. Here we go. It'll be at 7 p.m. Well, let's say 8. I'm gonna just set it at 8 because I gotta go. We'll say 8 p.m. tonight. It'll be at 8 p.m. tonight.
So here's another one according to the Hanafi school. This is the book right here, the Quduri, Hanafi School of Law. And let me give it to you right here. If you look where the pink arrow is at the top, when the woman does not menstruate due to her minor age or old age, and he wants to divorce her according to the Sunnah, he should divorce her once. Scroll down now to the yellow arrow. It is permitted for him to divorce her and not create a gap in the time between having sexual intercourse with her and her divorce. He's having intercourse with these minor girls. It's permitted according to the Hanafi school. Girls before menstruation according to 65-4.
It is. And this is what we want when you come up, guys. Here's the problem is, and I've realized this, the problem is Christians know Islamic sources better than you, right? Christians can quote your Islamic sources better than you. They know them better than you. We can bring your fiqh. We can bring your Sunnah. We can bring your Quran better than you can, especially on the fiqh side. It's kind of crazy that my man can give you what the Salafi or the Hanafi school teaches better than you can. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. And you should at least know it, right? You should at least know it. And once again, this is what I say. I don't respect the guy because he's Muslim. But, he actually came back. That's actually kind of shocking. I'm surprised you came back, man. All right, you back.
Come on, bro. I can't just leave and not come back. But anyways, thank you for having me back, bro.
No problem.
Let me answer your question. I actually managed to find it now, yeah?
Okay, you find it. What is it?
So when we're talking about mental maturity, right?
Yeah.
And age of marriage and how it intertwines with age of marriage, right?
Yeah. Where's the fiqh that says you have to be mentally mature to get married? Yeah, but either way, let's see what you got. Whatever you got, I'm fine with it. At least you got something. What is it that you got?
Go to Surah Nisa,
Surah Nisa,
verse 6. Surah Nisa, Nisa, verse 6.
I got you.
It's Quran, by the way, not Hadith, yeah.
I know.
So
I
it's,
get you. Yeah. I know this verse. I know what you're about to bring up. Test the competence of orphans till they have reached a marriageable age. Then, if you feel they are capable.
Wait. What did it say? Test the orphans.
Test the competence of orphans till they reach marriageable age.
The age of marriage.
Yes.
Then, if you perceive them to be mature and of sound judgment,
yes,
release their properties to them, but do not consume it.
Yes.
So, where it's saying the age of marriage in the context of this verse is when the person is in question, mature and of sound of age, right?
Do you know how you know it doesn't say that? Because it says then and it says the word if. Do you see the word if in there? If you feel they are capable. So if marriageable,
if you perceive,
if you perceive,
mature,
right? Precisely. Now hold on, right? If marriageable,
look,
hold on,
it's saying if you perceive,
Medica. We're just gonna go basic English. Give me 1 second, okay? It says if you perceive, so that means they have reached marriageable age, right? Already, it's already
no, it
happened.
doesn't say that. It doesn't
It
say that.
does.
It says
It says
test the
test them
orphans.
until they reach marriageable age, right?
Yes, and how do you know when they have?
No. It doesn't say that's how you know they have.
What's the criteria to know how?
Okay.
What's the criteria to know how?
Do you speak English, man?
Fluently.
Okay. Now, if I say go to the store, if I say drive to the store, then go in and get me some chicken. One of those things is not dependent on the second. Does that make sense? So when it says test them until they reach marriageable age, meaning they've reached marriageable age, and then if you feel, so they marriageable age, perceive and feel is the same thing. If you think, perceive just means think, feel is the same thing. If you think they are capable of sound judgment, return their wealth to them, meaning
mature.
But my point is, they can reach marriageable age.
Why are you skipping verses? Read it how it is.
Okay, I'll read it.
You're skipping
Test
words.
the competency of the orphans until they reach marriageable age. Then, if you feel they are capable of sound judgment, return their wealth to them. Then if it doesn't say test them until they reach marriageable age, then return their wealth. It says test them. Then, if you feel they are capable of sound judgment.
No, test them until they reach the age of marriage.
And then read.
And then, if you perceive them to be mature.
That's key word. If, which means they can reach marriageable age and they can still not be of sound judgment. Because it says
Bro,
if.
That's why you test them. Why you test them.
The whole point of this is about marriage. So that means you would agree this means you can reach marriageable age and you can still not be of sound judgment, right?
Of course, that's what we have today. Most girls don't even mature nowadays.
That is the point.
Why...
That is the point. So the point
remains.
Wait. The point. Hold on. No, Medical, because that's literally the whole point.
Most girls today don't even mature till 21.
Just listen to the point.
So, it can happen, which is why you have to test.
The point. Test them to give them their
maturity and sound of judgment.
Listen, Manka. What is this verse about? Returning
testing
wealth,
the orphans.
Yeah, to return their wealth to them, right?
Age of marriage.
No, it's about returning wealth to orphans. The only mention
and it's about age of marriage.
If you don't be quiet long enough for me to talk, I'm gonna drop you. Does that make sense? Because I'm getting a little aggravated. I don't want to get aggravated. You gotta listen. I get you want to be a Muslim. I get you think Islam is correct, but just right here you have basic comprehension. The verse is literally saying that you can reach the age of marriage. So you can reach an age where it's a-okay for you to marry a woman. It's a-okay.
Where does it say that? Where does it say that?
Because it says you reach the marriageable age. I mean, there's an age where it's fine for you to marry this woman. It doesn't matter anymore. It's an age where you can marry this woman. Where does it say that? It says test the common order until they reach a marriageable age, which means there is a marriageable age, right?
Yes.
Now the next verse says, then if you...
how do you know that?
Okay, man, I'm going to drop you if you don't stop talking, bro. Because you're aggravating me. I don't like to get aggravated. You cutting me off. Do you understand? I want to make sure you get it before we continue because I'm going to drop you before.
Go ahead, bro.
No, just answer the question. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yeah, cool.
Good. All right. Now, then it says, if they are capable of sound judgment, return their wealth to them. This means you can reach marriageable age and you can still not be of sound judgment.
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right, cool, bro. In a sense, you are right. Okay. Now, this is not our only criteria to judging how we get married and how young girls get married. It's not a criteria.
It's not a criteria.
Bro, you're violating right now, bro.
My point is because we're gonna stay on point. It's not a criteria at all.
Bro, you're cutting me off.
All you just proved, because we're on to the next one. This verse does not prove.
No, I just said it's not. It's one of our criteria. Is all I said.
No, you haven't even proven it's one. This verse does not say you have to be of sound mind to be of marriageable age. It says the opposite. It says you can be of marriageable age and you cannot be of sound mind.
All right, let me speak.
Get the next source.
Can I speak?
No, I want you to get the next source. I'm done talking about this one. Get the next source. This doesn't prove what you said. It proves the opposite.
Bro, how?
Because
let me read it for you one more time.
I'll read
the orphan. Yes. Test the orphan.
Yes.
Until they reach the age of marriage.
Yes.
Then, if you perceive them to be mature and of sound judgment, release their properties to them.
Okay, what does the word if mean?
Now, one sec. Now, when it's saying test the orphans until they reach the age of marriage, that is in what's it? Until they reach the age of marriage, then if you perceive them to be mature and of sound judgment, release their property. What is going with age of marriage? It literally says, in the context of this verse, it is when the person in question is mature and of sound. By the way,
so
this
why
is
does it, my manica? So why does it say if? Why doesn't it just say test them until they reach marriageable age, and then give them their, hold on.
The Arabic translation.
All right, watch your head, man. I tried. We're not gonna go back around and forth in circles. The verse is very obvious. It says if you perceive. So they can be of marriageable age, and you can still perceive they're not of sound judgment. They can reach the marriageable age, and then you can say they're not of sound judgment. I don't keep going round and round in circles. Anybody else want to hit the button and request stack? If you want to come up, you're welcome. You know you're always welcome to come up. You're here. You're talking all that shit in the comments. Come up. You're here. Come on up. There you go. Now it says if. You would agree, stack right there. It says if, right? Come off mute. Come on, come back. It says if, right?
Ibn Kathir says they're still children, but they're wise and able to take care of money. Also, orphans can't be adults, so orphans are still children.
Okay, what you're not understanding is that those two things go together. You're trying to separate
it. If it did, why does it say if?
Because they come at different times.
Precisely, they come at different times, so they're not connected. You just admitted they're not connected. They come at different times.
No, they come at different times, but it must be together.
It doesn't.
In order to be married.
That doesn't make sense. No, this verse. Pause. This verse is not about marriage at all. So you can't. The only part of this verse is about marriage is it says if they reach marriageable age. That's all it says.
Right. So okay.
According to your let's start here. According to your hadith, when it says what marriageable age is, does it say anything about mental maturity? I mean, it's according to the tafsir of this verse. The tafsir of this verse tells us what marriageable age is. Tafsir of Ibn Kathir. What does the tafsir of Ibn Kathir say? How do you test if they're of marriageable age? What's the requirement according to the hadith?
What do you say according to the hadith?
I'm sorry. According to the tafsir of this verse, what does the verse mean when it says of marriageable age? Does the tafsir of this verse say it means anything about mental maturity at all, even once?
Yeah, you don't need tafsir when the verse clearly lays it out.
You do need tafsir, my man. You do not know Islam better than Ibn Kathir. What does Ibn Kathir say the age of puberty is?
Yeah, I don't. You're right about that.
Okay, perfect. So what does Ibn Kathir say? What does Ibn Kathir say that it means when it says the age of puberty, the age of maturity? What is?
Yeah, this is not talking about.
What does Ibn Kathir? What does Ibn Kathir says it means? What? How can you determine whether someone is of marriageable age according to Ibn Kathir?
Well, we don't go based off Ibn Kathir.
What does Ibn Kathir say it is? Do you know Islam better than Ibn Kathir?
No, but I don't follow.
Okay, perfect. You don't have to. But do you know Islam better than him?
Right. No, I just told you I don't follow him.
Watch it, man. I'm not here to interpret stack Islam. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna let you just make up stack Islam. I don't care what stack Islam teaches. I want to know what true Islam teaches. Stack Islam might be okay. I ain't worried about stack Islam. You do this all the time, Stack. That's why I very rarely let you up. Stack, you have your own version of Islam where you just say you just say forget the scholars. I'm not interested in your version of Islam where you just say forget the scholars. Just you know what, the scholars, I don't like the scholars no more because the scholars don't agree with me. All the scholars agree, but the scholars don't agree with me, so I just say, you know what, to HE double hockey sticks with the scholars. I could care less about the scholars. I could care less.
We've nicknamed him Slaps because of what he thinks he could do to his wife. But thanks for coming, Smacks.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You're right. Thank you for coming, Smacks. I like that name. Oh, that's a good name. But Smacks, if I catch you smacking your wife, you know what I'm gonna do to you? Just guess. But, anyways.
What's up, guys?
If anybody else wants to request, feel free. Hit the request button, come up, and see if you have a better argument than those guys. Because one just proved to me that you can reach marriageable age without being of sound mind. The other one tried to create his own version of Islam. He is now, guys. You call him Ibn Shaq, Ibn Smack, Ibn Smack. That's his name. Ibn Smack, Ibn Kathir, Ibn Smack. Manica, what's going on, man? You want to come back up? What you got?
Bro, let me answer your question.
All right.
What's your Bible say on divorce and consent? Tell me about that.
You can only divorce save the cause of fornication, or if your husband leaves the faith.
The wife.
Yeah, same thing. It says for both. The requirement is the same
So
for both.
wait, hold on a second. Like, if I beat my wife black and blue, can she divorce me?
Yeah, you left the faith.
No, where does it say that, bro, in the Bible?
Yeah, the Bible
show
says,
me scripture.
The Bible says in Corinthians, Paul says that a husband should love his wife as his own body. So if you don't love your wife as your own body, you've turned your back on the faith, and your wife has the right to divorce you because you've turned your back on the faith.
Where does it say I've turned my back on the faith in that verse? It just says,
yeah. If you don't follow the faith, that means you've turned your back on the faith.
No, hold on a second. Yeah. A lot of people don't follow the faith. A lot of people don't do. So have they gone back?
Yes, they've turned their back on the faith. Yes. If you are in a continual state.
But where does it say?
If you are in a continual state of sin, you've turned your back on the faith.
Okay. So where does it say in that Corinthians verse you just said? How does that translate to me being able to divorce the wife?
Paul says you can divorce for one or two reasons, right? You can divorce because if
Paul says you can divorce for one or two reasons.
Yeah, Paul says you can divorce for one or two reasons. Either your spouse leaves the faith, right, and they don't want to stay with you anymore, or in the case of fornication.
What verse?
Yeah, I have to get you the verse. Give me 1 second.
Brother Manka, is listening
bro, don't talk to me, bro.
Is listening to drill music, is that like halal or haram? Like you
I like Ethiopian music and Ethiopian ladies.
I heard Bilal ibn Rabah, the first Muazzin, I heard he's from Ethiopia, man.
You know, like the shoulder shaking music? I like that one.
The Sahaba Bilal ibn Rabah, was he Ethiopian or what?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So interesting.
But I like this shoulder shaking one.
It's 1 Corinthians 7 and 12.
All right, 1 Corinthians.
Jazakallah khair, brother Obi. Obo. Nice.
1 Corinthians what, bro?
7, 12.
7 to 12.
Yep.
You read KJV, NIV, what do you use?
Anything except NIV, to be honest. Read whatever you want.
NIV, yeah?
Anything except NIV.
Anything but NIV.
Anything but NIV?
Yeah.
You said anything but NIV?
Anything but NIV, yeah.
It says, if any brother has a wife who is not a believer and she is willing to live with him, he must not divorce her.
Keep reading.
That's the verse you just told me. Do you want me to keep going though?
Yeah, keep reading. Yeah, reading this verse.
One second. Also, if any woman thing's bugging. Also, if any woman has an unbelieving husband and he is willing to live with her, she must not leave her husband.
Read the next verse, last one. Do you pull up one verse at a time?
Yeah, it's weird, bro.
It's very strange. But go ahead.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the Christian husband.
One more.
Otherwise, your children would be unclean, but now are holy.
One more verse, man. Sorry, 15.
If the unbeliever leaves, let him leave. A brother or a sister is not bound in such cases. God has called you to peace. So this is talking about a brother or a sister.
Yep.
I thought we were talking about husband and wife. Why did the language change?
Yeah, because
wasn't it specifically before husband and wife?
Yeah, so when it says brother, it just means like male or female. Still talking about husband and wife. It's just male or female, so brother or sister.
But why didn't it specify between husband and wife before? Why did it switch to brother?
Yeah, because it's just saying if the brother leaves, if the male leaves, it's fine. If the woman leaves, it's cool. It's just the same thing.
Brother, yeah, but why didn't it say that before? Like before, let me tell you what it says before. Let me just go back.
Yeah, it's just my man. It's all 3 verses in a row. The topic didn't just switch. You just read verses in a row. It's the same topic.
It's not like the Quran that jumps from one topic to the next halfway through a verse.
It's the same topic, man.
I mean, it seems like it just did because
it didn't, right? When it says brother or sister, it's indicating, right? These people should be in a faith together. So that's why it says brother or sister. Right? Kind of.
Is that how you infer it?
No, that's just basic kind of understanding and knowledge, man. That when you read a verse, of course, the verse after is referring to the verse before. It didn't just switch topics. That's just common sense.
Martha, there's
a clear wait, guys. There's a clear verse saying that if any brother has an unbelieving wife,
all right. Well, let me just answer your question.
To live with him, he must not leave her.
In the Bible, when you go to the NKJV, you can do that in Google. Just go to 1 Corinthians 7, okay, right above 10. So from 10 to 16. It literally, the heading of this is keep your marriage vows. So everything from 10 to 16 is about keeping your vows within a marriage. So the brother and sister part doesn't actually mean siblings.
Okay, so Jada.
It means Christian brother,
Christian
sister, male or female.
Hold on. Is it only in Paul that we have
I just answered your question. I just answered your question about
listen
brother
closely
and sister.
to my question. My question is:
No.
Is there anywhere else in the Bible?
Is there
anywhere else in the Bible?
Can you acknowledge that I just answered your question?
Can you be quiet for a second, please?
Nope.
Relax.
Acknowledge that I answered the question.
Can you be quiet for a second, please?
No. You were asking a silly question about brother and sister,
let me speak?
And I came and literally told you 10 through 16 is about keeping your marriage vows. Simple.
Are you done?
Then if you're a normal human being, you're going to say, okay, thank you for clarifying that for me. I actually have another question for you.
Are you done?
See, in the Somali society, they're not used to women talking.
Okay, anyways.
No, I know.
Anyways, like I was saying, is it only in Paul that we have something like this? Or is there anywhere else in the Bible where it says that you cannot divorce or you can divorce your wife? Please go ahead.
Yeah,
we take Paul just like any other book, bro.
We don't need anything.
That's fine. Paul, that's not my question, though. Is there anywhere else?
We don't need anywhere else. Is the answer to the question. So we don't need it.
Okay, so
let me ask you a question, right? Hold on. Let me ask you a question, right? If the
why
Quran,
do you believe in Paul?
Why do I believe in Paul? Yeah, because
Paul says Paul is good.
Because Paul saw a vision of Christ, and Christ spoke to Paul, and then after
did he ever see Jesus?
Hold on, I'm gonna finish. Right, so you're gonna have to be quiet. Let us finish. Hold on, Somali. Give me a second.
Hey, Ethiopian, be quiet.
Yo, don't be disrespectful. But give me
let the man talk. Let the man talk.
Manka, if you keep acting like this, bro, I'm just gonna drop you. And I don't really care if you're here or not.
Bro, I'm telling him to be quiet and let you talk.
I'm fine. I'm a grown ass man, bro. I don't need any help from you. You understand?
All right, cool, Ethiopian.
All right. Now back to what I was saying. Shout out to the Ethiopians. All right, back to what I was saying. All right. Then he goes to Peter. All right, he goes to Peter. who saw Christ in the flesh and says, hey, Peter, I saw Christ and this is what Christ told me. And this is what I think. And Peter said, okay, yes, you definitely saw our Lord. And he offered him the right hand of fellowship, called him an apostle. So not only did Paul see the vision from Christ, he was then with and confirmed by one of the heads of the body of Christ, Peter. And actually, all the apostles were there. So you can say all the apostles confirmed what he said.
Oh.
All right. And they gave him the right hand of fellowship. So this is why we
only that host. The Lord came to hold on, Manic. According to Ananias too, the Lord appeared to Ananias, confirmed Paul. So he literally went to Ananias and said that Paul was one of his.
Yep.
So guys, who was Paul before he got this message from, or like the vision?
I'm not here to talk about the validity of Paul. We gave you a scripture from our book, and we don't need you to tell us if you want to talk
only
about
one,
validity,
which is in
it
Corinthians.
doesn't matter. The point is that's all we need. We don't need.
Also, how do we know he spoke to Peter? How do we know he spoke to Peter?
We're not here. The point of the topic today, man. If you want to do this, I'm just gonna drop you. Right, because the point of the discussion is
Why are you gonna drop me, bro?
Yeah, because the point of the discussion today is not for us to discuss the validity of the scriptures. We can do that another day. That's not my topic. We're not gonna run from a topic. I'll let you run a little. I'll let you run a little bit. I'm not gonna let you run anymore. I'm gonna drop you. Do you want to stay up or not?
Bro, are you serious?
Do you want to stay on the panel or not? Just a simple question.
I mean, yeah, I do. But like, if you're gonna make me do all of this running around,
then stay on topic. What does the top of my screen say? What does it say? What is my topic today? Okay, now I'll let you run a little bit because it was about marriage. Does the topic say we're going to discuss the validity of the Bible today? Is that what it says on my screen?
I mean, we're literally speaking about how it comes.
Does it say why aren't you?
How does it align?
Sometimes we do why aren't you Christian? And on the days that it says why aren't you Christian, if you want to come up and discuss the validity of the Bible, you're welcome. But today you're going to stay on topic. I'm just going to drop you. Does that make sense?
I love this host.
I'm not gonna lie, the Bible is a lot worse when it comes to women.
No problem. Yeah. Once again, let's ask you the question: what is a woman? When can a woman get married? Can a 12-year-old get married in Islam?
Yes.
If she has bled, just answer the question. If she has bled,
a woman in Islam. Let me ask you a question. A woman in Islam has rights to inheritance.
Mark, if she has bled, can you marry a 12-year-old in Islam? Yes or no?
Monk, you have to unmute, bro, I think.
Come off mute.
What'd you say?
If she has bled, can you marry a 12-year-old in Islam if she agrees? I'll just give you all your premises, even though they're false. If she agrees she's 12 and she's bled, can you marry a 12-year-old?
Is she mentally mature?
Show me. Now we're back to the topic. Show me in the Quran or in the Sunnah where it says you have to be mentally mature.
I already showed you.
That was talking about testing orphans, and you actually agreed. I can play it back because I got the whole recording on YouTube. You're on YouTube right now, just so you know. I have the recording on YouTube. Hold on, Somali, give me 1 second. I have the recording on YouTube where you specifically said, yes, it does say that you can be of marriageable age and not be of sound mind. You said it and you're recorded saying it. So let's not act like you didn't say it out loud. You specifically
I said in this current age.
Yeah, you specifically said you can be. Is the Quran good for all time, or is the Quran only good for certain ages?
Is the Quran what?
Is the Quran good for all time?
The Quran's good for all time.
Okay, so the age stuff doesn't matter, right? You can be of
marriageable.
We
have social constructs.
You can be of marriageable age, and you cannot be of sound mind. My man, I'm gonna drop you. Can you get me another source? Get me a source from your fiqh that mentions this mental maturity thing that you're saying, or from your sunnah. Go ahead, get it.
Can I ask you guys about that?
By the way,
all right. Cool.
One thing, Somali. Let me just get in here for 1 second, Manka. You said you're Hanafi. I showed you Hanafi on the screen. He didn't say that, guys?
When did I say I was Hanafi? You're confusing me with someone else.
I think someone else was, maybe, yeah. No, but I was going to ask you about the mental thing. How do you determine someone is mental capacity?
First,
I was playing with dolls.
First, make them prove that it's even a requirement. Prove it.
Right.
Prove that it's even a requirement. Go.
Bro, you did. It goes together, bro.
It doesn't go together. Stop lying. You admitted it doesn't. You want me to play you back saying it doesn't go together? You recorded, man. You're on live. You're on YouTube.
What's your point?
It's 20 people right now. You said it doesn't go together. No, you said it didn't. Get me a source.
I didn't say you never went to go.
All right,
I did say it was
watch your head. Watch your head. I tried. Watch your head, man.
Watch your head, brother.
Watch your head.
I was trying to ask you guys, like, what's the thing with the whole mental? Like, Aisha was playing dolls with her girlfriends in the presence of Muhammad.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh, can you guys hear me? My AirPod died.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Now I was saying, he mentioned the mental. Oh, he dropped down.
Nah, I dropped.
Yeah, I was
asking.
Can
answer a question. We ain't running around in circles.
Yeah,
questions we gone.
He did. Yeah, I was trying to figure out. Does that make sense? Like, if she was
All right, feel free, man. Hit the request button. Come up. If you can prove, unlike the last guy, if you can actually prove that Islam, what is a woman according to Islam? When does a girl become a woman according to Islam? Hit the request button, come up and prove it. Come on up. Prove what you say. Bro, I'm not worried about women in Christianity. Women in Christianity, the Bible says we are exactly equal. We are exactly equal. That's what the Bible says. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They can't teach men. They can't teach Christian men. It's not even teach. Right? A suffer woman not to teach or usurp authority. Those two actually go together. So it's not the teaching is an issue. We have examples of teaching in the example of Aquila. Aquila was a teacher and Aquila taught a man. Right? The issue is usurp authority. It's not really the teaching. It's the usurp authority. That's the argument. The argument is in the case of authority, not in the case of teaching. Because if that was the case, Aquila wouldn't be a thing. You can be equal, right? I.e., are you equal to your sheikh? Yes, Manica, you're equal to your sheikh. You can't teach your sheikh. Make sense? You're equal to him. He's not better than you because you're both men in Islam. Y'all are equal to each other. Yet you can't teach him. Right? You can't usurp authority over him. It's not even a teach. Once again, I stop using that word. It's not a teach. You can't usurp authority over your sheikh. You can't usurp authority over Muhammad bin Salman, even though y'all are equal according to Islam. You can't usurp authority over Muhammad bin Salman, or what is that other T.'s name? Jolani. You can't usurp authority over them. They're your rulers. All right. Hold on. Looks like we actually have. It's the same guy. All right. But you feel free, hit the request button, come on up. We're here. If you want to tell me.
Can I add something?
Yeah, go ahead, sister.
Okay, so when it comes to wife beating, they all want to talk about context and then like go to their scholars and stuff. And when we talk about wife beating, we're not saying that husbands can like straight up go UFC on their wives, right? We understand what the scholars say, what the consensus says. You can't bruise the face, you can't break the bones, you can't hurt the organs. So we go with the context. But for some reason, when they cherry pick verses out of the Bible, they literally don't care for context. So the Timothy verse that they all love to quote, there's context there. This is the first time ever that Gentiles and Jews are going into the same house of worship. Jews already had an established, way of behaving in a synagogue and how to dress and how to speak. So when you're bringing Jews and Gentiles and establishing a church, there's going to be some behavioral stuff that needs to be addressed. And that was Paul's purpose. He was writing a letter to the church of Corinth who was having issues amongst each other, and the women were debating loudly and the men were debating angrily. And when you go and read the whole chapter, you could see that Paul calls out both men and women who are being out of line and tells them how they need to be behaving in church. So when the priest or bishop, pastor is giving a sermon, we're not supposed to be getting up and interrupting and trying to challenge or even ask questions out loud, So for them to take that and turn it into anything else other than that is stupid, respectfully.
There you go. All right. I gotta be honest, it's not an issue. It's an issue of roles. Roles are roles. Manka, what do you want, man? Why you keep coming up here? What do you need?
Oh God, this guy.
What do you need now, man?
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Do women have inheritance rights in Christianity?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, we can talk about it. You want to?
Go ahead. Tell me. Show
So
me.
not only do women have earthly inheritance, but also spiritual inheritance. Okay?
Well, of course
Because
they
men
do
men
have
and
spiritual,
men and
but
women are equal. Okay? So you can go to
where does it
Galatians
say? The
3.
Bible
I'm
doesn't say that.
speaking. Yes, it does. Many times actually, and I'll take you there too. But let's just do one topic at a time because I don't
Yeah,
want your
first
head
focus on
I don't want your head to
the
spin off.
earthly inheritance.
So they are equal heirs in Galatians 3:28 to 29. It states that. So
Can you read it for us, please?
if you interrupt me one more time, I will personally drop you off the panel.
There you go.
And then I'll block you so that you can't come up here ever
Can you
again.
read it
There you
for
go.
us?
Galatians 3:28 to 29. There is neither Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. And if you are Christ, then you are Abraham's offspring, heirs according to promise. Okay? Romans 8:17. Now if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ. Okay?
Okay, you done?
Earthly and marital inheritance. And this is laid out for thousands of years now. And I don't know why Muslims act like
Okay,
they
one
did
second,
something
one
with
second.
women getting a smaller percentage than men. Anyway, in
Okay.
Numbers 27, 1 through 8, okay, it says, you shall give them property among their father's relatives and pass their father's inheritance onto them. This is about Zelophehad's daughters. Proverbs 31:16.
Hold on, hold that thought. Where does it say that?
Numbers 27, 1 through 8.
There you go.
Yeah, go Google it, buddy. These 5 daughters went to Moses asking for inheritance since their father had no sons.
Well, bam.
Also, Proverbs 31 gives economic agency to women as well, giving her the right to buy land, etc., etc.
So how do we know the exact way to measure the inheritance? It seems
It's
to be
equal.
changing.
There's no
When it's
percentages
half,
here. Men and women are equal. In Christianity and the Old and New Testament, men and women are equal. Even Jews who don't take the
on
New
earth,
Testament, I'm still
on earth.
speaking, even Jewish people who don't take the New Testament and do not believe Jesus to be God, they believe that men and women are equal because it's already been established in the Tanakh, which is the Old Testament.
Okay, so show me where it says on earth men and women are equal.
I just read you 2 different verses. I mean, if you're slow, just say that. I'll slow it down for you.
It didn't say on earth.
There is
That was the
neither
king.
Jew nor Greek, slave nor free, male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus.
There you go.
And if you are Christ's, then you are Abraham's offspring.
There you go.
Heirs according to the promise.
You got anything else?
This is literally a
Jesus
radical
Christ.
statement, considering like the 1st century, right? A radical statement that women are equals and co-heirs.
So hold on a second. It's saying in Jesus Christ. So if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, you're not equal to the man.
You're not like us. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, our religion.
You're
Hold
below
on,
a man. So every other woman.
My man's Manka. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, our religion has no bearing over you anyway. So what does it matter what Christianity teaches?
Hold on. Are you done?
Yeah, the point is that they're all equal in Christ Jesus. No, Manka, let me address something. And those outside of Christ are equal as well with one another. They are equally unbelievers. The man and woman outside of Christ are equal with one another.
Yep.
But those in Christ are equal with one another.
Where does it say that? Where does
it doesn't, my man. What's up with you in this verbatim word fallacy? Just pretend like you are civilized and have some reading comprehension.
Hold on a second. If we're saying that only when you take in Jesus Christ, you are equal, man and woman, Jew and
Doesn't say only.
Excuse me?
It doesn't say only. It's simply addressing the church, saying to the people that be mindful that in Christ you are equal, you are one.
Okay, so what
it's
about
not addressing the whole world. The book is to address the body.
It's not addressing the whole world.
You don't read a book without understanding the audience, do you? Well, you might, but most people don't.
Okay, your point is, it still doesn't change the fact that everyone else that's not a Christian, whether they're pagan, whether they're not, they still
It's
have.
not writing to pagans; it's writing to the church.
I just want to finish this off. Where does it say they're not equal?
Which is
Hold on, Manka. I don't know why. Where does it say they're not equal? Where does the Bible say they're not equal?
It only says for the ones who take Christ.
Where does it say they're not equal? We showed you. Even you want to. Where does the Bible say men and women are not equal at all? Where does it say this?
Oh, when it says they should shut up around men.
That doesn't mean you're not equal. When you go into a masjid, do you talk over the sheikh in the masjid?
If I want to tell him something, yeah.
No, you don't. You do not stand up. You do not stand up and speak over your sheikh in masjid. No, you don't, bro. Stop lying. Why are you a liar? You don't. In the middle of him speaking, you don't just stand up and start yelling at him. That's not what you do.
Hold on. Where does it say in a verse that he needs to be around a teacher or something? It doesn't say that.
Yeah, it does. Read the whole verse. That's the context of the entire verse.
Oh, the context? That's how.
Yeah, read the verse.
Oh, Muslims don't believe in context.
Read the whole thing. Don't just pull one verse out. Read the whole context. Yeah, thanks. What's wrong with you?
And it doesn't say women should shut up the way you said it. And I just explained it if he was listening, but they don't listen either.
Guys, I'm sorry for my Somali brother. He's a little bit,
Literally, when you go to 1 Timothy 2, and from 8 to 14, when you pull up the NKJV, the heading of this paragraph is called Men and Women in the Church. I desire, therefore, that the men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wrath and doubting. In like manner also, that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with propriety and moderation, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly clothing, but which is proper for women professing godliness with good works. Let a woman learn in silence with all submission, and I do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a man, but to be in silence. For Adam was formed first, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived fell into transgression. Nevertheless, she will be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, love, and holiness with self-control. This is literally speaking about behaviors in a church, because this 1 Timothy was a letter that Paul wrote to a church in Corinth, again for the second time, because Jews and Gentiles were worshiping together in the same house of worship for the first time.
And he gives it more explicit in Corinthians 14. Let your women keep silent in churches. It's very explicit that this is referring to a specific situation in church.
Yeah, and Paul doesn't care. Paul literally rips everyone a new one, and we love it. He holds people accountable. He keeps it real. Sometimes when you're reading Paul, you get scared. I'm not gonna lie, because he keeps it so real. But I love that about Paul, because he stands on the church, and he's a very how do I say it? He's very honest about how things should be. Men, women, Gentile women were coming to the churches with their hair adorned and all showing off their clothes, acting like it was some kind of fashion show. That's not appropriate for the church. And I don't even know why he's speaking, because please name me one mosque in this whole entire planet Earth that gives the women the nicer area to sit. Every mosque you go to, the women are either in the basement or in the back. They can't even sit with the men. They get the lesser of the property. Like they get the SHIT.
Did you read that context? Did you read that context?
Yeah, I read it. Yeah, it made sense. It made sense. All right, cool. I'll have another question for you.
What else?
Guys, real quick, it says in the Qur'an and the Hadith, I think it's
Numbers.
Numbers 31.
31:18.
Yeah, Numbers 31:18. Here we go. Very simply,
You
right?
got us. We never got this one before.
Who were the Israelites? Let's see if you even read. Did you read all of Numbers 31 or you just started at verse 18?
Yeah, I read it. Go ahead.
All right, so perfect. I'm glad you read it. Who were the Israelites fighting in Numbers 31? What's the name of the nation?
What, the Amaleks, or is it the
So you didn't read it.
You didn't read it.
What's that got to do with what they're gonna do?
I'm gonna show you, right? They were fighting some people called
the
perfect. They were fighting some people called the Midianites. Do you know who the Midianites are?
Okay. I want to see how you justify taking virgins for yourself.
I'm gonna show you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna show you, right? Do you know who the Midianites are?
No, it's not.
He doesn't know.
All right, the Midianites. The Midianites were a group of people who convinced the Israelites to engage in sex shrine worship, big orgy parties to their god. Make sense?
No, they seduced them, but go ahead.
They seduced them to engage in big orgy parties to their god.
I don't know about that.
You should read it. If you read the Bible, you would know. All right, but let's keep going. This why you don't.
Where does it say that? Where does it say that?
I'll pull it up for you in a second. I'm going to finish explaining it first. So all the women who engage in these big orgy parties to God said unalive them. They don't get to live anymore. All the men of the nation committed, unalive them. Don't get to live anymore. But the young girls.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
So the women and the men should be unalived, okay? What about the kids?
Yeah, the women. Okay, now when it comes to the young males, to be completely honest, I'm not much of a one to mince words. When it comes to the young males, it's very simple. If you, Manichaea, let's say Ethiopia came and destroyed Somalia, killed all the grown men and women in Somalia, they kept all the little Somali.
Could never happen, but go on.
Okay, yeah, no problem. They took.
When we look at history, you've destroyed them.
No problem. No, I'm not. I'm just using. Okay, just using an example that you can understand. I'm not saying it can or can't happen. All right, I'm using an example that you can understand. What do you think all the little Somali boys are going to grow up dreaming of doing?
So again, we're justifying killing children.
Yeah. I'm telling you the reasoning. You can say whatever you want. I'm asking you a question. Can you finish? Can you answer my question? What would you, as a little 4-year-old Somali, all the Ethiopians killed all your parents. They killed everything.
Could never happen, bro. Give another example.
Okay. Whatever. Let's say Mexico. Let's say America invaded Mexico and killed and unalived all the Mexicans. What would the little Mexican boys? Yeah. What would the little Mexican boys dream of doing their whole life? We took them back to America. What would be their dream?
What would be their dream?
Yeah. What would be their dream?
I don't know, but I don't think we should
to destroy America. Their dream would be to destroy the people who destroyed their fathers and their nations.
We don't know that.
We do. We know human nature. We know human nature.
Well, you can see the future.
Yeah. Who can see the future? Who knows the future already? God.
God can see the future.
And who commanded this?
God. So your God commanded you to kill kids.
Yes. Next question. You got
your
anything
God
else?
commanded you to kill kids.
Yes.
And then what did he say to do to the girls that haven't been a virgin?
They didn't do anything, and they're not a threat. So just take them with you.
Take them with you and do what?
Not just keep them as handmaids and servants.
Oh, it says that? Because my version, the
what does
ESV
it say?
version is telling me
your version.
Take them as wives.
Okay, yeah. Which verse you said take them as wives?
Yeah, my
boy. Give me the version. Give me the version that you said take them as wives. Let's see this version. I want to see this. I've never seen this before, but it's a horrible translation. But let's see if I think you're a liar. I doubt very seriously any version.
Don't throw your Bible under
I
the
won't.
bus,
Yeah, it's just a horrible. The ANP. I don't even know what that is. The Amplified Bible is by a known heretic. It's by a known heretic.
Brother Oblaska,
the Amplified version of the Bible is considered by every Christian with any standard to be a heresy. It is by a known heretic. He didn't even consult the Greek and the Hebrew. He said God told him to make a new translation of the Bible, so he would have made a new translation of the Bible. You took the one version of the Bible translated by a known heretic. Go to any other version of the Bible. That's why when you said the ESV, I said, no, the ESV pretty good. I knew you were a liar.
What about the NET?
The NET?
You got another excuse? Yeah, well, you got another excuse?
Let's see what the NET says. Let's see.
And why does it specifically say the ones who have not slept with men take with for yourselves?
Because
why
the NET does not say the NET. I'm gonna finish. The NET doesn't say anything about marrying at all. Period. Now, if you want to know,
them.
it doesn't say to sleep with them. Where does it say to sleep with them? And it says, but all the young women who have not experienced a man's bed will be yours. It doesn't say to sleep with them.
What does that mean? Are you being serious?
It literally means, here's what it means. The women who have known a man, they engaged in the sex shrine worship. So because they told the Israelites to disobey God and take part in this sex shrine worship, they will be unalived. They're gone. They won't be here anymore. These girls that have never known a man, i.e., they did not participate in the sex shrine worship, they have done nothing wrong. So don't unalive them. Now, it's two options that you have. Hold on, let me. Nowhere says sex slaves. You're adding that in because, my man, the Bible also says take the donkeys for yourselves. Does that mean we have sex with donkeys?
Well, careful, we're talking to a Muslim, so
that's not the right term.
Exactly. It says take the donkeys for yourselves, but it don't mean have sex with the donkeys. Only in your Islamic context, the only time you see take a girl for yourself, you automatically assume you finna stick your penis in her. It's only because of your Islamic context. That's the only reason.
Right.
Nothing in the Bible indicates to have sex with these women.
Go ask your scholars how they interpret that verse, bro. Go ask your scholars how they interpret that verse.
Name me a Christian scholar, a classical scholar, a church father that interpreted this
verse. Stop trying to do mental gymnastics around it, bro.
It's no mental gymnastics. It's not there. Do you know the Bible gives us a verse as to if you want to have sex?
So number one, that verse is telling us to commit genocide, and then secondly, it's telling us to take.
When you don't accept explanations, you're just gonna have to watch your head. We give them to you. One, I ain't one who run from it. Did God say unalive all the little boys? Yep. God said unalive all the little boys. Sure did. And guess what? They got out of there too. They out of there. Have you ever heard of a Midianite? Never heard of one. Don't exist. They gone. Capiche? Out of there. Hollis, it is what it is. It's some of their blood running around because the young girls wasn't taken up, but no one knows what a Midianite is. It doesn't exist anymore. Not gonna run from this. Number two, nowhere in this verse does it say to stick your penis in these. It's only Islam that thinks this way. Only Muslims, because I read this verse before I got into this, arguing Muslim stuff. I read this verse. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think, take the young girls for yourself. What does that mean? Stick it in them. Didn't go through my mind once. Doesn't even go through my psyche to think, these young girls, they didn't do nothing wrong. God said, take them, keep them with you. Didn't never go through my mind.
You can literally be.
Go ahead, brother. I mean to cut you off. Go ahead, brother.
So you can literally be saying anything. You could be telling them a recipe for chicken salad, and they'd be like, "Did somebody say sex?"
Crazy, bro.
But can I just add something here?
Yeah.
So this is God's justice, right? God is carrying out justice, and He wants to do away with the nation because of all the evil things that these Midianites are doing. So that's why He ordered for the little boys to be unalive too, because like Hasmo said, what do boys do? They grow up to what? Plant their seed and carry out their nation and to take on revenge. So God can see the future. God knew what they were going to amount to, what their intentions were, and unalived the non-virgin women because they're the ones that participated in these orgies. That simple. This is God's justice. If you have a problem with God's justice, then surely you have a problem with Muhammad's justice, where he unalived over 900 Jews from one tribe, and the way he decided to unalive the little boys was pulling their pants down to see if they had pubes or not.
What else you got, man? I'm really tired of you.
All right, cool. Yeah, thank you for that, man.
And these questions are cooking.
Look, let me tell you another. I got another juicy
and
one.
And also, I would like to add that the Old Testament.
Oh, you're gonna throw it under the bus?
You're gonna throw it under the bus? Condemns sleeping with little children. So we know that this verse is not sexual.
Okay, I got another one for you. Let's see how much you like it.
Deuteronomy 22 and 28. Watch, guys. Guaranteed. Deuteronomy 22 and 28.
Amalek. Talk to me about the Amalek verse.
Amalek?
Which Netanyahu just quoted, by the
We
way.
don't
I
give
really
a
care
shit
about
about
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu, bro.
Look, guys,
No.
politics.
Do we ever bring up
I'll
Osama
tell
bin
you what.
Laden to you
You want to know the
people?
truth? You want to know the truth, man? Do you know when Netanyahu dies, who he's going to be sitting beside in hell?
Yeah, you're a loser.
Do you know when
Alright,
Netanyahu
so
dies?
bro,
Hold on, let
Amalek
me finish this because you brought up Amalek. I'm gonna do this now. Let me do this for you. Do you know where Netanyahu is going to be if he continues on his path? He doesn't repent and accept Jesus Christ. When he goes to hell, do you know he's gonna sit right beside
Muhammad.
All right, but let's keep going. Now you want to talk about and Allah. Yeah, they both gonna be there. First Corinthians. Now you want to talk about not Corinthians. You want to talk about 1 Samuel 15.
Allah means the one true God, bro. You're throwing the Father you're throwing the Father under the floor.
Yeah, it's not the Father. Allah's not a father in any sense. You want to talk about
Alright,
Samuel?
bro.
You want to talk
Keep
about
throwing
first?
yourself there.
You want to talk about 1 Samuel 15 and 3.
He's
right?
gonna be with Paul, though. He's gonna be with Paul.
You want to talk about 1
Allah
Samuel?
praises Paul.
You want to talk about 1 Samuel 15?
Netanyahu and Paul,
All
the
right,
deceivers.
Manka, I was gonna give you an answer, but you just kept going. So now we just drop you. Now you don't get an answer. I'll give an answer for everybody else. 1 Samuel 15:3. Amalek. God gave Amalek 400 years to repent. Amalek never repented. He destroyed the nation of Amalek, wiped it out completely. There are no Amaleks left. Doesn't exist. Now, were they all wiped out at that moment? Of course not, because then Saul comes back and says, "What? I mean, what's the priest's name? God, I'm drawing a blank. I'm forgetting the name of Samuel. Sorry, Samuel. Samuel comes back and says, Saul, why do I hear sheep? Why do I hear animals? Saul says, I kept some of the animals and I kept the king. Kept some of the animals, I kept the king. Saul said, you shouldn't have did that. He unalived all the king. And we didn't see David, who was the king after Saul. He has to fight Amalek again, which actually shows that God was right. It actually shows that Samuel should have did the job and finished it when he had the chance, because they caused another problem for David, and then David finally put Amalek under complete subjection. So the name of Amalek was blotted out. No more Amalek.
Yeah, and they keep on coming back. Isn't Hezekiah the one that ultimately unalives all the Amalek? I think so. Because they keep coming back.
Yep.
Proving that God was right.
God was right.
As per usual.
That's it. God was correct. Should have handled it when you had the chance.
Oh God.
Manka, do you got anything else, man? We're not like you. Do you know how when I hold on? I just want to finish up really quick. I want to tell you this. See, do you see how we're not like you? You see how I asked you about what is a woman according to Islam, and you gotta waffle around and do this and do that. When you come up and you bring me a tough verse, when you came up and said, "Did God order the unaliving of them boys?" What did I say?
But you didn't even read the verse.
Yeah, I don't have to. I just told you the story. 1 Samuel 15:3. I know what it is. Unalive everything, get rid of everything, kill everything. Yes, I agree. God said do that. Yeah.
Say the verse though, bro. That's being a bit disingenuous.
God said kill everything. How's that being disingenuous? That's what you want me to say, right? God told the Israelites
no.
Okay, I'll
just read it how it is. Just read it how it is.
It's going okay, whatever.
Brother Obliged, the Muslims, they have in the Qur'an.
Ethiopian, one second. Wait, Ethiopian.
It's okay.
Ethiopian, I will give you permission to talk.
We don't have to be my man. Watch this, Manka. Watch this. Now you don't get to come back up. You keep disrespecting my brothers and sisters, you don't get to come back up. You're gonna learn. All right, you're gonna learn to be a good demi. Now you sit in the comments like a good demi. Sit down. You don't get to come up anymore. Stop disrespecting my brothers and sisters. It don't work that way here. You are the demi here. I want to be perfectly clear. You are the demi here. Does that make sense? You don't come up and disrespect people here. I was gonna be nice and go to a verse. I'm letting you jump around all off my topic. You don't, it's no debate. I said what the verse says. The verse says kill everything that's alive. It's not like I tried to run from it. The verse says kill everything that moves. That's what it says. It's not like I'm trying to run from it. Everything that moves, man, woman, boy, girl, donkey, sheep, oxen, camel, ass, don't matter. Get it out of here. Everything got to go. It's like everything must go sell.
They were given over 400 years of grace and forgiveness, and they still didn't change their ways. And then they were trying to destroy humanity.
So God said, you know what? Get out of here.
Yep.
And then, once again, the Israelites didn't do it. Saul was like, we can get him out. Then David got to fight him. David got pretty close. And like you said, Hezekiah finally had to finish the job. God was right. The moral of the story is God was right. Could have saved David, Hezekiah, a lot of kings, a lot of problems if you just would have did it the first time. lean to our own understanding. And I don't have to, guys. The Quran allows it to. Who cares? The Quran is false. I don't care what the Quran allows. God, the Quran is a false God. It doesn't exist in real life.
You see what he's not.
Devil.
He's not realizing the Sodom and Gomorrah flood of no. There's a lot of stuff, but they want to pick and choose. You see how inconsistent.
That's fine. It's okay for them to pick and choose. That's why I don't run like them. I asked them a straight question. They can't give me a straight answer. Can you have sex with a 12-year-old in Islam?
Brother?
Good, brother. 1 second. Can you have sex with a 12-year-old in Islam? Well, kind of, maybe. Yesterday, I mean, back in them days, maybe you could have. I mean, really, is it really a girl or a woman? I don't. Who really knows? Hey, did God say kill the little boys? Yep. See the difference? I don't have to change my religion for your sake. I don't have to. Yeah, God said it. Yep, it happened. Yeah. Anything else? What you got? King David, what's going on, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I have a question. You guys Trinitarian, yeah?
I am. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. I am. I'm Trinitarian.
Sorry. Okay, I was just asking that. When I follow you, I'm following Trinitarians. Also for Numbers 31:9, I don't know why Manka kept trying to said all this stuff. When you translate it with transliteration and everything, it says take the wives and their little ones as your captives. That's what it say. I don't know why he tried to throw in, oh, you're gonna have sex with them, you're gonna do this and that and all that. It don't say nothing like that. He's trying to read amplified version. He's trying to read this different version. Just go back to the ancient Hebrew and get a direct translation.
That man went to the only heretical translation that exists.
The only heretical translation.
NIV
That's
get
what
a
I
little
wanted
bad
to
too.
say.
NIV ain't quite heretical. Amplified is heretical.
Oh, speaking of versions, guys, I don't know if you guys know this. So majority of Muslims, they don't speak or they only recite, but they cannot speak and understand Arabic. So they have to read it or understand it in their native language, Hindi, whatever, Urdu. So there's a website. It's called IslamAwakened.com. It gives you all the.
All right, guys. God bless. I hope you enjoyed the YouTube live today. I'm gonna end it on YouTube. I may come back later if somebody interesting comes up. We're way off topic today. But God bless. I hope you enjoyed it either way. Come back tomorrow. We'll be back. Guys, it may be a little not great for a couple days here. Because we're on our backup account on TikTok, but we're gonna keep pushing forward, man. We're gonna keep trying to do the work. So God bless, man. We'll see y'all